at midfield are the captains for both clubs. We got a full house, Jay.
Yes, we do.
It is packed in here at the Inferno tonight. Lots of red on the far side for Crown Point. Lots of red and black on the near side for the Red Devils. It's a gorgeous night.
You got Kevin Enright with an overall record of 22-10 in this fourth season, going against Keith Kilmer, 30-23 in his sixth season at Lowell.
As we get set for kickoff, game time temperature 78 degrees under mostly sunny skies right now. The real feel at 77 with the winds out of the south-southwest at 9 miles per hour. The humidity at 56%. Certainly a much nicer night, Jay, than we had last year.
Oh, it was an inferno last year.
Yeah, but we were at Crown Point. Sorry. Quickly give you the officials for tonight's contest. Here, I'm going to give you the score sheet. Hang on to that for me, buddy. The referee tonight is Mark Terry. The umpire is David Bell. The linesmith is Scott Leffert. The line judge is Kevin Stewart. And the back judge is Mike Mendoza. So who won the toss there, my friend?
I'm sorry, one of the spectators grabbed my attention, was standing right in front of us taking pictures. I did not get a chance to see the coin toss.
Okay, thanks for your help. Appreciate it. So let's see. Let's watch. Looks like the official standing near the 40 on the Crown Point side of the field. So I'm going to take a shot in the dark that they're kicking off. Yes, because I see a young man with a tee.
Yeah, and then Crown Point's kicking with that 7-mile-an-hour wind at their back. I did watch the kicker for Crown Point in pregame. He was nailing 40-yard field goals, so with the wind at his back. Not an overwhelming wind, but it's still a definite help if you're trying to kick a long field goal.
Jesevich is going to go to the far side at the 5. Is that James here on the near side? No, it is not. It is Jaeger Gill. And it is Gill who will backpedal, goes through his hands, has to pick it up at the goal line and went into the end zone. It's a touchback. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils at their own.
Lowell dodged the bullet right there. If that ball doesn't roll into the end zone, then he'd had to bring it out. It looked like Crown Point had good coverage. He might have been tackled no farther out than the 10-yard line. So huge bullet dodged by the Lowell Red Devils already.
The Lowell offensive starting lineup for this evening's game is underwritten by Strack and Van Til, where fresh is more than just a word. The quarterback is the senior Darian Hornickel. The tailback, senior Ike James. The fullback, junior Austin Giordano. The wideout, senior Alex Schwitters. And the wide receiver is senior Ryan Fotis. 1st and 10 for the Devils. We'll get to the offensive front in just a moment. Split behind Hornickel. James going to take the handoff and go right up the middle. Just a yard or so to the 21. A pickup of 1 for James.
Yeah, you knew with all that motion, all the spread offense, you knew the ball was still going to Ike James up the middle. Looked like he picked up 1 yard.
The tight end for the Red Devils is senior Justin Thomas. Up front, the right tackle, sophomore Noah Fraze. The right guard, senior Jake Slager. The center is junior Mitch Sacco. The left guard, junior Max Stewart. And the left tackle is senior Derek Heath. 2nd and 9 for the Red Devils from their own 21-yard line. They're heading left to right on the radio dial here in this opening quarter, so they are going towards the south end zone here at the Inferno.
Boy, I tell you what, that front four, Crown Point, coming off the ball hard. Again, just giving up a few yards. That's going to be 3rd down. It looks like about 7. Big hit right there by one of the defensive linemen, and then a host of other Bulldogs came in and piled on.
That was James once again for a pickup of 2. 3rd and 7 for the Red Devils. We are just underway. 2 receivers here to the right side, 1 receiver left. Just 1 in the backfield. And here's a swing pass. Giordano with the catch. He's out to the 28-yard line, but he's going to be a couple of yards short.
But it almost looked like a lateral there, Jerry. It looked like he actually stepped and threw the ball backwards, so it would be counted as a lateral. Would that be not a rush? Are you putting it down as a rush, or are you putting that down as a pass?
I'm putting it down as a pass.
Okay.
But we have got a penalty against the Red Devils, so I'm not putting it down as anything.
Well,
it looked like Giordano was ahead of Hornickel. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
The angle we have, it was so close, I can see where we both saw it the way we did.
They declined the penalty. Good call. 4th down.
So the play went out to the 26. It was a gain of 3. It's going to be 4th down no matter what. with 4 nickel, 1 completion for 3 yards.
Looks like one of the backs coming out of the backfield trying to block a linebacker out there has grabbed some jersey. Early overexcitement for the Lowell Red Devils.
See who's deep here for the Bulldogs. There's a Kiwa over on the far end, and I couldn't catch the number on the young man here on the near side who is going to get the football, of course, at the 36. Juke move out to the 40 far side, 45-50, 45-40, 35-30, 25 down to the 20-yard line.
That was number 18 for Crown Point.
That was Trenton Shaneborn.
Oh, a nice job of setting a wedge on that blocking for the Lowell Red Devils. They caught the ball on the left hash. The punt returner caught the ball on the left hash, took it all the way across the field. They had the wedge set up along the sideline over there, and he got into that wedge, and boy, did they make some nice blocks.
So he took that at the 36, brought it back 14, 24, 34, 44 yards on the return, and Crown Point in business. 1st and 10 at the Red Devil 20. We'll get to their starting lineup underwritten by Strachan Van Til in just a moment. They're up to the line of scrimmage. And that is Link at quarterback, but Akiwa is right next to him, lined up as a running back to his right. And this look, Jay, allows the center to snap to either man.
Yes, it does.
To kind of confuse the defense.
Well, they're going with a spread offense. There are 2 receivers to each side.
It is Link who gets the snap, and he hands it off to Akiwa.
No, he doesn't.
No. So it was Link who kept.
They're trying to get the defense to slide across the field and foul the tailback, and they didn't do too good of a job of it. It looks like they picked up 2 yards on the play.
For Link, 2nd down, 2nd and 8 for Crown Point. They're running in a hurry. Akiwa has the handoff this time, works up the middle. He's near the 15, fights his way down to about the 14-yard line. Give him 4 on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for CP. Let's get the Crown Point offensive starting lineup, which is underwritten by Strachan Van Til. It's fresh. We mentioned the quarterback is Grayson Link. In the backfield has been Artie Akiwa. We'll see Jesse Martin and Salim Muhammad. The wide receiver Shane McCormick. That's one of them, and Akiwa will line up out there as well. Up front, David Kraft, Nathan Hanlon, Nick Winter, Jake Yelich, Garrett Kopcha, and the tight end is Trenton Shaneborn. What happened there, my friend?
Gave the ball to Artie Akiwa over the left side, and nothing doing. Looks like they stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th down and 4. Just that little quarterback handoff once he gets the shotgun. If they go for the field goal here, they're well within their range, but they're leaving the offense on the field.
They are. Link is going to line up in the shotgun. Akiwa is going to line up to his left. They've put 2 receivers and a tight end to the right side of this formation. Link looks, swing pass. Akiwa has it. He's at the 10 and knocked out of bounds. Right about the 8-yard line. It's enough for a CP 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs at the 8.
Well, what they did right there, Jerry, is they put trips to the wide side of the field. That means that Lowell is rolling their coverage to the 3 receivers. They only had 1 defensive back on the backside receiver, and all they did was swing the running back out there. There's nobody out there, no outside linebacker for help.
Trips this time to the right side for CP. Fumble. If Link was trying the exchange for the key on the Red Devils have it.
To me, it looked like
Austin Giordano with the recovery. Excuse me, go ahead.
It looked like Link was trying to hand it off, and Akiwa thought it was a fake because he was running. He was well past the quarterback. The quarterback hit him in the hip, and the ball popped out and rolled on the ground. Good pursuit by the Lowell Red Devils to get on top of that ball. Huge turnover right there for Crown Point.
And Lowell will take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. So after the big punt return, set up Crown Point very nice, and then the big swing pass to give CP a 1st and goal. The turnover gives the ball back to the Red Devils. Here's a handoff, and this will be James trying the left side. Can't get the edge. Good pursuit by the defense of the Bulldogs.
And that's what happens when you run that 3-3 offense that Crown Point runs. they are blitzing guys from all different angles. Defensive linemen are stunting all over the place. They're trying to confuse the offensive line by all these stunts, and what's happening right now is the defense, wherever Ike James goes, the whole defense is pursuing. I think they got to come out with either some play action or maybe a dive fake to James and run with the fullback.
2nd and 9 for the Red Devils with 7:53 on the clock in the first quarter, no score. Hornickel drops back. He looks. He wants to throw. Looking downfield for Broadus, and it's short at the 41-yard line. Coverage there was by Shane Bourne, the free safety. It's incomplete and third down.
Shane Bourne did a nice job of cutting the wide receiver going down the field. Ryan Broadus to the ball did a nice job. If the quarterback would have thrown the ball as the receiver, Broadus came out of his cut. He was open, but the free safety came over and recovered quickly and then cut him off the ball. So the quarterback's got to get his feet set and throw the ball a lot sooner.
Real quick, let's get to the defensive starting lineup for Crown Point that are written by Strachan Van Taylor. We're built around you, and let's do that after this play by Lowell. Third down. Hornickel pitch. James with it, and James going nowhere as he is going to be tackled for a loss.
It looked like, to me, the receiver was trying to go behind James and get a reverse going, but the pursuit was so quick by the Crown Point Bulldogs that he didn't even have a chance to get the ball handed to the receiver for the reverse.
And before the punt, we will give you that Crown Point starting defensive lineup. Up front is Emmis Bennett, Joseph Elian, and Ethan Wood. The linebackers are Rante Harold, Donald Schock, Chase Faree, Brandon Botts, and Cameron Watson. The corners, Zach Stewart and Artie Akiwa. And we mentioned the free safety, Trenton Shaneborn, during that series of plays. So fourth down for Lowell. 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. No score. In the end zone to punt it away is Robbie Smetana, and it is blocked. And it is going to be great field position once again for the Bulldogs as they come up with the football around the 12-yard line.
The punter for Lowell took way too long of a time. He caught the ball a little high. Then when he brought the ball down, it looked like he spun it to try and get the laces away from his foot, and it just took way too long. It looked like somebody came clean up the middle as well. So a bad combination of events for the Lowell Red Devils.
And the football's at the 11-yard line for Crown Point, 1st and 10. And they are right up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go. Put a man in motion. Link Keeps goes up the middle and takes it down to around the 5-yard line.
Links doesn't look like he's really happy about the play calling of him having to run the ball. He puts his head down, and then once he gets past that line of scrimmage, he's already turning his shoulders, trying to find a place to fall down, but he picked up 7 yards on the play.
Crown Point's going very quickly. When we get the chance, we will get to the Lowell starting defensive unit, but just no time right now. Trips to the right for CP. Akiwa in the backfield to help block. Link wants to throw. He puts it up. It's a jump ball. Knocked around and incomplete. Intended for, is that McCormick?
Yes. 6'5", or 6'6", every inch of them. Couldn't come up with that one.
And
that number 7, Ben Sekulowski.
That was on the defending side for the Red Devils.
Poorly thrown ball there. He's got to throw it where only his guy can catch it. I mean, you got the receiver at 6'6", you got a defensive back at 6 foot, you got to throw that ball up.
Link quick over the middle, touchdown. Jesse Martin on the catch.
Boy, they ran trips to the wide side of the field. That slot receiver was covered by a linebacker. They gave a little play action. The linebacker stepped up. As soon as he did that, it was done. The receiver was wide open, right over the center, into the end zone for an easy walk-in touchdown.
5-yard touchdown pass from Link to Martin, and Crown Point is on the board, taking advantage of the block punt. 6-0 Bulldogs. It's 6:11 of the first quarter. PAT time now. James Prittion for the attempt. Out of the hold, I believe that's Akiwa. It is. Snap, hold, kick. It's up, and it is good. 6:11 left in the first quarter. The score, Crown Point 7, Lowell nothing. You're listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network. The only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois. Strachan Van Til is a full-service grocery and fresh food store committed to the complete satisfaction of you, our customers. We provide you with a friendly shopping experience in a clean, safe environment. Strachan Van Til remains dedicated to the communities we serve by supporting organizations and events that enhance the quality of life, like Region High School sports on WRTW 90.5 FM, The Key. To learn more about Strachan Van Til, we are on the web at strachanvantil.com. Quality service and selection. It's a Strachan Van Til thing. You're listening to High School Sports on The Key 90.5 WRTW.
Welcome back to Chevy Game Night on the Region Sports Network on 90.5 FM, WRTW, Crown Point, and 90.5 FM, WRTK, Paxton, Illinois, underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, number one. Along with Jay Simmons, Jerry Siska back with you at the Inferno at Lowell High School. A 5-yard touchdown pass from Grayson Link to Jesse Martin after a blocked punt has put Crown Point up 7-0. This one through the hands of Jaeger Gill. He has to pick it up at the 5. Found some running room up the near side and got out to about the 18, but that's 2 straight kickoffs in which Jaeger Gill has had trouble fielding them because he's reaching up over his head attempting to grab him instead of backpedaling and getting his body in good position.
Well, if he's going to catch it, then, like you said, Jerry, he needs to back up. If he's going to reach over his head like that, he needs to let the ball just go into the end zone.
Lowell did get it out to the 18-yard line. This will be their 3rd possession of the game. So the Red Devils will send a receiver here to the right side. Tight end is set on the left. Slot receiver to the right. I formation. And it's Giordano that got the football this time. And he got out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Nice pickup of 8 for Austin Giordano.
That's what they got to do, Jerry. They got to start mixing it up a little bit. Get away from just going Ike James every play. You got to mix it up. Keep this defense off balance just a little bit. So 2nd and 2. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by the Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Sherrville. When it comes to business, let Randall K. Miss Accounting put the numbers to work. The phone number is 219-864-8541, and they are online at www.rkmissgroup.com. We have a first down for the Red Devils out to the 31-yard line, and who was the runner on Ike James.
Ike James. Pickup of 5 for James, and a first down for the Red Devils.
That gives him big 8 yards on the day with 5 carries.
And Giordano's going, I got my 8 yards on 1. You weren't very good. I'll tell you what, right now.
2,000 yards at the end of the season.
You know that Ike James and Giordano are best of friends. Giordano opens up a lot of holes to help Ike find those openings and get some big yardage. There's a tough pitch from Hornickel. Great job by James to corral it and keep it from being a fumble. And they're going to say the ball was taken around the 23, but it looks like they're going to mark it at about the 26. And James caught the bad pitch at the 25, so not totally understanding the spot, but they are going to give it to the 26. It'll be a 5-yard loss on the play.
And a nice job by Ethan Woods, the defensive end, coming in clean and just wrapping up James and then driving him back. So Ethan Woods breaking through that offensive line.
So that's going to make it 2nd and 15 for the Red Devils. 4.5 minutes to play in the first. 7-0 Crown Point. Hornickel drops back. He's under pressure, and he is going to be sacked. Back to the 21-yard line.
It looks like Cameron Watson from his outside linebacker position blitzing in there and making the tackle. Held on to that shoestring and made a great tackle, dropping him back. Like we talked about in the pregame, Jerry, Lowell's got to stay out of those 3rd and obvious passing situations.
Looked like Ethan Wood was there at the feet of Hornickel as well. So you said about it in the Christensen Chevrolet keys to the game. They need to stay out of what you just mentioned, obvious passing situations, and these long 3rd down situations. 3rd and 21 right now for the Red Devils at 3:45 to play in the first quarter. 7-0 CP. 2 receivers each way as they spread the field a little bit this time. Hornickel, and he wants to tuck and run, but he's going to be brought down from behind and that is going to be Riante Hill with the tackle at the 21-yard line.
Again, a different linebacker blitzing every play. Jerry, you notice we said a different linebacker. We said now that's the third linebacker we mentioned in these plays getting into the backfield. So it's the blitzing causing all kinds of confusion on the pass cover or the pass blocking of the Lowell Red Devils.
So Lowell having to punt again now at 3:08 of the first quarter. Bobby Smetana back to punt. And we got Trenton Shaneborn to receive. He waits at his own 42. Nearly blocked again. We may get a flag and a roughing the punter on this one. Shaneborn takes it at the 38 on the fair catch, but let's see what's going on at the other end. And it looks like we have a Crown Point player down as well.
And it looks like Cameron Watson hit the kicker. Looks like he got a foot in the stomach. So,
and if that is going to should give Lowell the football. You come in there, you sometimes are going to take it in the gut when you're coming at a punter.
Yeah, he took a bad angle. He came straight at the kicker, and just, you know what, if you're coming straight at it, you got to make sure you stop at least 2 feet in front of the kicker. He ran right through the kicker, hit him on the side. He tried to turn away at the last second and wasn't able to avoid the contact.
Tonight's game is underwritten in part by State Farm agents Rich Allenbaugh in Highland and Bob Reese in Crown Point. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and so are Rich and Bob. Rich can be reached at 923-3030, and Bob at 663-7337. State Farm agents Rich Allenbaugh and Bob Reese are proud supporters of high school sports on the Region Sports Network. So let's see, we're going to sort this penalty all out. And the football is going to come out to where?
All right, they're going to, looks like Lowell's going to decline it, and they're going to tap the spot.
So Crown Point will get the football. It wasn't going to give them a first down because it was running into the kicker.
Yeah,
that would have been 5 yards, wouldn't have given them what they needed. So on the fair catch, Shaneborn, Crown Point will have the football, 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line. Bulldogs lead it 7-0 as we near the end of the first quarter. 2:51 remaining on the clock.
Ben, and it looks like Lowell's struggling with their punt protection right now. They're going to have to sort some things out at halftime and try and Crown Point's getting one guy free off of that punt protection's left side every time.
So Link is back there. Akiwa to his right. 3 receivers to the right side of this formation, which is the wide side. Link looks, throwing it up and incomplete, intended for Shane McCormick here on the near side.
Again, throw it to the 6'6 guy, see if he can come up with. They had trips to one side, and they got solo coverage with the 6'6 receiver, and looks like he threw it a little bit too far to the sidelines, threw it out of bounds. But again, good coverage by the Lowell Red Devils. Ben Sokolowski with the coverage.
And it looked like Shane McCormick had a step on the DB. Maybe lead him and let him run under the ball. Don't try to be so fine. Same formation again, and the flags go at the snap of the football.
It looks like the right guard maybe a little bit in motion.
It will be a procedure call against the Bulldogs. The first penalty of the game for 5 yards.
Oh, well, they're already up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. You want to tell me to try to get a starting lineup in there? At the end of the first quarter, we'll worry about it. There you go. 2:45 left in the first. Clock runs, and now we're stopping play again. Now we're starting play again. Okay. I have no idea why that happened, but hey, it's the first game for everybody. One receiver here to the left, trips to the right, the wide side of the formation. Link in the shotgun, and flags fly at the snap of the football once again.
Now it looks like Lowell has moved their pass coverage in the secondary, where they're putting the free safety on the inside receiver, the third receiver to the trip side. They have the outside linebacker to the trip side lined up on the slot receiver and the cornerback on the outside receiver. So they're really rotating that defensive coverage over to the wide side of the field. Again, they're putting that defensive back to the short side all by himself out here.
Crown Point's lost 10 yards before they've ran a play on 2 illegal procedures. 1st and 20. Link trying to step up. There's nowhere to go, and he's brought down at the 26-yard line. Pocket collapse. Link had nowhere to step into and throw.
Yeah, nice job blitzing right there. That was Adam Felder, number 56, blitzing right up the middle. I'm sorry, from the backside, outside linebacker position or defensive end position, just came unabated to the quarterback and wrapped him up from behind. Nice job.
That's a loss of 2 more. It's third down. Third down for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 22. Man in motion. That was Martin. Hand off to Akiwa, and he's going to be buried. Buried back to the 19-yard line.
He had a man wide open down the field. It was supposed to be make it look like a run. Grayson Link ditched in the ball. Then Akiwa started to run, took a couple steps back, and was setting the throw. Wide receiver open down the field, but he had no time to throw that ball.
It was Adam Felder on the tackle. Football back to the 20-yard line. That whole series of downs lost 18 yards for CP.
That's a huge defensive builder right there for the Lowell Red Devils.
And since he was trying to throw, that goes as a sack. Second one of the night for the Red Devils. So here's the punt. Low snap. Kiwa able to get it off. Nice end-over-end kick. Adjustovich takes back at the 38. Finds some running room up the middle. Gets to midfield. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Red Devils just across the 50-yard line into Crown Point territory with exactly 1 minute to play in this first quarter. CP leading this one by a score of 7-0.
A nice job by the punt returner right there, just to catch the ball, get upfield just as straight as an arrow, and see if he can break something. Nice tackle by the Crown Point Bulldogs, but he did pick up at least 10 yards on the coverage, the kick.
Sure, I say just across the 50 into Crown Point territory, and they placed the football shy of the 50 in Lowell territory. Hits the 50-yard line no matter how you cut it. Here's the handoff to James. Tries the left side, gets about 3. Official looks like it's more like 2. They're going to give him to the 48, pick up 2, 2nd and 8 for the Red Devils as we are inside the final minute of the opening quarter.
That offensive line starting to wake up a little bit, get something positive on first down. That's what you like if you're Lowell, especially once you get on this half of the field. I think Lowell, if it's 4th and short, they'd probably go for it.
So 2nd and 8, half a minute to play in the first quarter. James the deep back. You're down on the up man. Receivers both left and right. Tight end to the right side of this formation. James. And lost yardage back to the Lowell 48-yard line. That's a loss of 4 on the play.
Well, they're trying to run an isolation play to the left side of the offensive line, and the right side of the offensive line let Ethan Woods just blitz, cut through, right through the gap, and make a tackle in the backfield for a nice loss.
And that is the end of the first quarter with the score. Crown Point 7, Lowell nothing. Back with the second after this. You're listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
This is Herm Hoagie of Remax Realty Associates of Munster. Stay tuned, everybody, for the Herm Hoagie Halftime Report, which is coming up soon, right here on Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
McShane's Total Graphic Solutions puts your company name and logo on just about anything. We offer a full line of custom marketing products and services like custom imprinted mugs, pens, and magnets, quality employee apparel with custom imprinting and embroidery, executive gifts, customer appreciation and gifts, and so much more. McShane staff can help you select the right items to help you achieve excellent results. McShane's 1-800-837-1400 or online at McShane's.com.
Buffalo Wild Wings wants to team up with Region High Schools to share the excitement of homecoming by sponsoring the halftime festivities with the B-Dubs street team and mascot. For participating schools, the fun includes a wings delivery to the press box, a t-shirt toss for fans, a chance to win a B-Dubs spirit bag with any concession stand purchase before halftime, and a fan's photo opportunity with the B-Dubs mascot. This is a first-come, first-served promotion based on availability and dates, so for more information on booking Buffalo Wild Wings for your school's homecoming, you can call 586-663-0707 and ask for Lisa Bissett. That number again is 586-663-0707.
You're listening to High School Sports on the Key 90.5 WRTW.
Along with Jay Simmons, Jerry Siska back with you from the Inferno at Lowell High School. We welcome you to this Chevy game night right here in the Region Sports Network on 90.5 FM WRTW Crown Point, underwritten by the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealer Chevrolet, the talk of the town. Hornickel trying to find some room to run. They fumbled the ball. Crown Point has it. Hornickel was trying to find somewhere to run. Then he wanted to stop and throw, Jay. Didn't have time, realized it, went to run again, had the football just hanging out there in his hand, and when he was hit, it came loose. It's a fumble, and it is lost, recovered by Crown Point.
Right there, right when he broke through that initial surge, Jerry, he should have just tucked the ball and tried to get as many yards as he could, and then let the punt team take care of the rest. Don't try to do too much on one play, because that's what's going to happen when you have a player trying to do too much.
It's Crown Point, good field position once again, as they are at the Lowell 49-yard line, 1st and 10. They lead this one 7-0 as we are just underway here in the second quarter. And that is Akiwa on the carry to the left side. Gets across the 45, near the 44-yard line. Pick up a 5 for Artie.
Nice job of Grayson Link right there, just doing a little play fake, had a couple guys run up and tackle him, and that's when Akiwa was able to break free.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. Crowell Company, we have a fumble.
Shotgun snap right over the quarterback. It looked like the quarterback, Link, was not ready for the snap. He was looking one way, and the ball came to him and popped right up over his head.
Hey, if you get a chance to talk to Kevin Enright, tell him to slow his offense down so he gets on his stuff in between plays, please. The whole idea about football is it's supposed to be easy to do this, but not when they're running an offense this fast. The loss on the play, 13 yards. So Crown Point, see, that goes as another fumble. And what do we have here?
A little swing pass to Akia, and it looked like a loss of about 2 or 3 yards.
Well, loss of another yard, yeah. They're back to the 42. This is their second straight drive in which it's gone nowhere.
You know what? Defenses early in the season seem to have the advantage, whereas offense is more timing, and it takes a couple games. It takes at least a half at the high school level just to get the kinks out, get the rhythm going, get used to playing against somebody else.
Lowell wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. 10:15 to play in the first half. Crown Point 7. Lowell nothing. Back with more after this. You're listening to High School Football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Concussions occur when trauma to the head or spine temporarily interferes with brain function. Seeking medical care as soon as possible is important in making a full recovery and reduces the risk of developing long-term problems. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart have a team of medical professionals experienced in evaluating and treating concussions. If you have a head or neck injury, don't wait. Head to the experts. For a head injury on the field, the court, or the ice, the phone number of the concussion clinics is 219-836-4461.
You're listening to High School Sports on the Key 90.5 WRTW.
You're listening to Chevy Game Night on the Region Sports Network, underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Crown Point to punt. McKee was standing at his own 25. Gill and Justovich waiting to return this. They're not going to get the chance. The kick is short, and it takes a lateral roll, and now a low bounce comes to rest at the 39-yard line of the Red Devils. They'll start with pretty good field position, trailing this one 7-0 with 10:05 left in the first half.
Real quick, let's hit some scores real quick. Munster 3, Lake Central 0 in the second quarter. Chesterton and Kokomo 0 in the second quarter. KV 6, Rensselaer 0 in the second. Penn 13, Valpo 0 at half. Mishawaka 22, Portage 0 in the second quarter. LaPorte 21, New Prairie 7 in the first quarter. We'll get to a few more scores after this play.
First and 10 for the Red Devils. They put two receivers each way, just one man in the backfield. It's James Hornickel, fakes, keeps, and gets about a yard to the 40-yard line.
All right. I think we left off at the LaPorte score, right?
Yes.
All right. And we got Hobart 7, Westside 0 in the first. South Bend, Washington 13, Michigan City 7 in the first. Gavitt 8, Calumet 0 in the first, and Bowman 8, South Central 0. That's also in the first quarter. That's your scoring update.
There you go, and stay tuned after the second quarter for the Herm Hoagie halftime report, underwritten by Remax Realty Associates Herm and Chris Hoagie of Munster. They're on the web at regionhomes.com. Hornickel, hands off, running room for James. He's into Crown Point territory, brought down from behind at the 42-yard line.
Nice little, almost like a little play-action run right there. They froze James for a second. The quarterback acted like he was going to pass, hands it off. James right up the middle for a huge game. This best play of the game. Best play of the game so far for James. 18 yards on that pickup for Ike James. The tackle made by Cameron Watson for the Bulldogs. First and 10 as the Red Devils are in CP territory. 9 minutes play. First half, 7-0 Crown Point. Hornickel puts Justovich in motion. He gets the handoff. He's running him up the middle. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Red Devils. Nice job of play call right there. Have James go one way, bring back the slot receiver the other way, and he cut back and made a huge gain. A little counter right there for the Lowell Red Devils, and a big touchdown. Tied this game up at 7-7 with don't get ahead of yourself. Yeah, I was going to say, it's until the extra point, it's 6-7 with 8:53 left in the second quarter.
Senior Robbie Santana on for the PAT. That would tie a 42-yard touchdown run for Jordan Justovich. Snap good, placement down, kick is up, and we are tied now, Jay. 8:53 left in the first half. It's now Crown Point 7, Lowell 7. Back with more after this. You're listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
This is Herm Hoagie of Remax Realty Associates of Munster. Stay tuned, everybody, for the Herm Hoagie halftime report, which is coming up soon, right here on Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Serving the Northwest Indiana community, 4U Construction has built a reputation with homeowners over the past 5 years. 4U offers their knowledge with insurance claim adjusting, roofing, siding, hail damage, wind, fire, and water damage. 4U Construction represents the homeowner with their claim, working to get the money needed to cover all the repairs. The number to call for an estimate is 219-310-5699. 4U Construction. We've got you covered.
You're listening to High School Sports on the Key 90.5 WRTW.
You're listening to Chevy Game Night on the Region Sports Network, underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, the MVPs of MPG. Along with Jay Simmons, Jerry Siska back with you here at Lowell High School. We're all tied up at 7, thanks to the 42-yard touchdown run from Jordan Justovich for the Lowell Red Devils. The kick goes into the end zone. It's a touchback. Crown Point will begin first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And we have another score. It is Warren Central 24, Center Grove 14.
Friday nights on the Region Sports Network get started with the Tech Credit Union tailgate beginning every week at 6. Tech Credit Union has 6 Northwest Indiana locations to serve you. And a brand new feature to the Region Sports Network this year is the Langle's Pizza and a Pop Quiz. That's online at popquiz.regionsports.com. Fans can log on and take the short quiz, get a perfect score, and you'll have a chance to win a $25 gift certificate to Langle's Pizza. Langle's has 4 locations, Highland, Crown Point, and 2 in Schererville. They're on the web at langlespizza.com. So who carried for that 1 yard there, my friend?
Artie.
So Akiwa, a 1-yard carry, 2nd and 9 for Crown Point. They are at their own 21-yard line. We're tied at 7 with 8:20 remaining in the first half. Link's a tall young man back there, isn't he? Handoff. This time it goes to Salim Muhammad for his first carry of the night. And he gets out to about the 26 for a 5-yard pickup. Now be 3rd and 4.
Okay, big play right here for the Crown Point Bulldogs. Get their offense on track. They haven't had a first down in quite a while, have they, Jerry?
They only have 2 in the game, and they both came in the first quarter. So 3rd and, I'm going to call it long 4 for Crown Point. Link drops back, swing pass, and it's dropped by Muhammad out there on the far side.
And he had some room to run out there, Jerry. He was at least guaranteed a first down. All he has to do is take his time, catch it. It was a nice throw, maybe just a tad high, but very catchable ball by Grayson, and dropped wide open in the flat.
And it is going to force the Bulldogs to punt with 7:39 left in the first half. And right now, Jay, the momentum, which seemed to be Crown Point's in the first quarter, now seems to have turned and is running with Lowell. Jusovich and Gill deep to receive this punt from Akiwa. Here's the kick. It's a low kick. Going to hit turf, and everybody's going to get away. And it is going to come to rest at the 43-yard line, and that's where Lowell will begin. 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line with this game all tied up at 7 apiece.
And you're right, Jerry. The momentum has definitely swung to the home crowd here.
Fans of Region Sports, while you're online, check out the #1 student NWI features published by our friends at Northwest Indiana Life. That should be nwindianalife.com. 27 Northwest Indiana schools are participating, including Lake Central, Munster, and the 2 combatants tonight, Crown Point and Lowell, with stories straight from the students, the eyes and ears of positive news and events in the schools. You can find all these great stories at nwindianalife.com/1studentNWI. 1st and 10 for Lowell. And off James. And James going to pick up a yard, maybe?
Yeah, they went with a different formation. They had 2 fullbacks offset to each side of the quarterback, one over to right guard, one over to left guard, and James directly behind the quarterback, trying to get an extra blocker at the point of attack for the Lowell Red Devils.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 for the Red Devils. 7 minutes left in the first half. Game tied at 7. One receiver here to the near side, which is the left side of the formation. Tight in the backfield. Handoff. And that's James again. Another yard. Give him 2 to the 46. But it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 for Lowell.
Yeah, nice job of that Bulldog defense coming up. Looked like that was number 14. Artie Akiwa coming up with the big tackle right there. So nice job. Akiwa doing everything. Did he bring the kitchen sink too?
No. I heard he's going to sell hot dogs and pizza at halftime. And this isn't even his school. That's how great of a kid he is. 3rd down. 3rd and 7 for the Red Devils.
It's sort of an uncomfortable situation for the Lowell offense. They'd rather have it less than 5. Let's see what they can do here. See if they can keep the momentum on their side of the field.
Just one receiver in this formation. Double tight end. Hornickel going to try to follow James. He's not going to get much. He's going to get to 47 a yard. They're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, they had 2 backs lined up behind the guard and tackle to the right side. James behind the quarterback. And Hornickel just took the snap and tried to foul those three guys and try almost like a old school power sweep right there.
So the 4th down is going to force Lowell to punt with 5:40 left in the first half. And that is Akiwa here near side. And Shane Bourne over on the far side. Punter, Smetana for the Red Devils. And here's the boot. Hits the turf, rolls, and goes out of bounds right about the 15-yard line, and that's where Crown Point will begin. It's a great punt. Crown Point will begin 1st and 10 from their own 15, with this game all tied at 7, 5:12 to play in the first half.
Crown Point really right now struggling to get some offensive coordination going. They have struggled mightily in the second quarter. Ever since that first drive, they really haven't been able to put a positive plays back to back. And started with a couple penalties early on in this quarter, and now they're really behind the ball right now. They've got to get that offense, wake it up.
This time they got Muhammad in the backfield. Link in the shotgun. Muhammad's going to get the handoff, and he's going to try the left side, and he's going to get to about the 16. Give him 1. 2nd and 9.
One thing we talked about in that keys to the game is that they are really not doing an offensive balance. I mean, if you're going to be balanced offensively, you need to throw on first down. I have not seen either team throw the ball on first down, and that's something I think you need to do is keep the defense off balance.
2 wide receivers to the right this time. Muhammad gets the handoff again, finds some room up the middle, gets to the 25-yard line, and that should be enough for a CP first down. Depends on the spot of the football, but he's right there. First down for the Bulldogs. So there's your first down of this second quarter for CP, and right now, Salim Muhammad doing the work. 3 carries in this quarter, 15 yards.
Yeah, he's starting to pick it up a little bit here.
Muhammad again. And maybe a yard. It looks like that's where the official's going to mark it. Second down.
Yeah, 2nd down and 9 here. I think Crown Point, you'd be better served to try and throw that ball vertically down the field.
Crown Point has all their timeouts, too, as we approach 4:10 of the second quarter. Game tied at 7 if you're just joining us. Crown Point scored in the opening quarter. Lowell tied it up a few minutes ago. Muhammad again with the handoff, goes to the left side. And, he might have gained more if he stayed on his feet, Jay. But when he went airborne, he made himself available to be tackled, and he was brought down at the 31.
Yeah, nice job by Jaeger Gill on the side there. Number 2 coming up out of his cornerback position. It really, Jerry, if he doesn't make the tackle or trip up his balance right there, he might have been gone down the sideline.
3rd and 5. I think it's 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs as we approach 3.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Link in the backfield. Muhammad goes from right to left, back to right. 2 receivers each way in this formation. Link dropping, rolling, looking, firing, and it's incomplete. Left it short.
Yeah, and good pass coverage by the Red Devils right there. Nobody open downfield. Got some pressure. I thought once Link broke the pocket, if he would have turned the ball and ran up the field, he might have been able to get the first down, but he seemed very, very focused on just throwing the ball.
That was Mark Knox, a sophomore wide receiver. That was the intended target. 4th down for the Bulldogs, so they'll punt it away with 3:21 to play. Lowell having a chance to put a drive here before the half and take the lead, because they do have 2 timeouts remaining as well. Gill and Justovich. Deep to receive, the kick from Akiwa. Kick. And Gill with the fair catch, and he makes it at the 35-yard line. And that looked a little interesting on the catch also, Jay.
Yes, it did.
It's an adventure for that young man trying to field kicks and bunts tonight.
Well, the ball looked like it was knuckling on him. It was hit into the wind, what little there is, and it looked like it knuckled just a little bit right at the end. Because at the last second, he tried to get his hand up and try and catch the ball at the same time. And like you said, Jerry, definite adventure.
But for Gill, a great job of concentration, coming up with the football and giving his team a chance to fight. 3:15 here in the second quarter. 7-7 tie in this one. Red Devils 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. So Hornickel, one man in the backfield, puts a man in motion. Hornickel fakes and keeps. He goes the right side. He's at the 40, 45, and across midfield, but down at the CP 49-yard line, first down on the run by Darian Hornickel.
Yeah, nice job out there by the receiver down the field. That was number 2 for the Lowell Red Devils. Jager Gill with the block out there, able to sustain his block and let the quarterback get downfield. That defensive back was trying to come up, did a great job of fighting him off, and got some extra yards out of it.
16-yard pickup for Hornickel, first and 10 for the Red Devils. 2:58 on the clock as it runs. They're going to put 2 receivers here on the left side of the formation, 1 receiver right. Direct snap to James. A spin move gets him across the 45, down around the 43.
Lowell's got to start picking up the pace here. You got 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Their primary offense is running the ball, so you got to pick up the pace, get that play going a little bit faster here. Get from play to play. They're taking a little bit too much time.
They do have 2 timeouts remain. Clock continues to move at 2:20 here in the second quarter. 7-7 your score. Receivers each way. 2 of them here on the left, although they're going to move Jusovic now. Again, direct snap to James. He takes the left side, and he's got a first down. Down to around the 38-yard line.
Yeah, right there. James has powered the ball off the right side, fouled the man in motion right up the field, and got a first down. Clock stops a minute 58. They are on the 38-yard line going in.
6 first downs in this first half for the Red Devils to 3 for Crown Point. First and 10 Red Devils from the CP 38. Big crowd here tonight at Lowell. It's packed, and they're standing along the fences as well. These are 2 of the top teams expected to be here in Northwest Indiana this season. A great opening night matchup. Hornickel pump fake and had nowhere to go, and then he was brought down, sacked by Brandon Box, the inside linebacker.
You know what, Jerry, right there, he's got to realize that he's just got to get that ball and get rid of it. The play had broke down immediately because the linebacker blitzing in, so he's got to throw that ball and just get rid of it.
He lost 6 yards back to the 44-yard line, and Lowell takes a timeout with 1:31 on the clock. Stay tuned after the second quarter for the Herm Hoagie halftime report, underwritten by Remax Realty Associates, Herm and Chris Hoagie of Munster. They're on the web at regionhomes.com. Let me do my stats here. Then we can find something else to tell you about in the meantime. Friday nights on the Region Sports Network get started with the Tech Credit Union tailgate, beginning every week at 6 o'clock. Tech Credit Union is on the web at techcu.org. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game, underwritten by our friends at Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, providing quality work and safety footwear and apparel since 1946. Along with me is the silent man, James.
I'm trying to watch what kind of formation they come out here in. It looks like they got 2 receivers to each side, and they're going to try and possibly throw the ball here. Huh?
And that's what they're going to do. Hornickel drops, fires, gets James coming out of the backfield. He's brought down at the 35-yard line. Gives them a manageable third down.
And what they did right there is they took James out of the backfield, swung him out to the flats, took the 2 receivers, ran the defensive backs off, and, you know, he just tried to catch the ball and get what he could. He tried to get out of bounds, but the Crown Point Bulldogs jumped on him too quickly.
That's a 9-yard pickup on that play. And we have an incomplete pass at 1:04 on the clock.
Well, a little hitch to the receiver to the outside. Looks like that was number 1, Alex Switzer. Tried to get the ball. Actually looked like it might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage, causing the ball to wobble and go a little bit high.
4th and 7 for the Red Devils. They're at the Crown Point 35-yard line. They'll go for it with 64 seconds remaining in this first half in the ballgame, tied at 7.
I don't know. I think you got a punt right there.
Well, they're going to send trips to the right side. James is going to be the slot nearest to the line of scrimmage. Right side is the wide side of this formation. Jusovic stays in to help block. Hornickel goes across the middle. Caught!
Oh, nice throw.
Caught by Ben Sokolowski. The catch made at the 18-yard line. It's a first down. Lowell 17 yards on the pickup.
And what they did right there is they had trips to the wide side of the field. They ran those guys out patterns to the wide side, and they ran the receiver from the backside on a crossing route. Hornickel never took his eyes off of the receiver from the backside.
First down, Red Devils. Hornickel fires for the corner of the end zone, incomplete with 51 seconds remaining.
Yeah, nice play design right there on that previous play. They tried to get all the defensive backs shifted over to the other side. They ran that crossing route about 10 to 15 yards, and he threaded it right between two defensive backs and a nice catch.
Ike James was the intended receiver on that last play. 2nd and 10 for the Red Devils from the Crown Point 18-yard line with 51 seconds remaining in this first half. Game tied right now, 7 apiece. It's had its first game type of mistakes in it, but it has been an entertaining, energized first half. There's a swing pass out of the backfield. Into the end zone, touchdown! Jordan Jusevich!
What a great job by Georgievich to get out into the flats, make the first guy miss, and then number 1, Alex Blitzer, comes up and knocks two defensive backs trying to come up and make the tackle. He knocked him out, and that's when the Justovich took the ball up the sidelines for the score. What a great job of blocking by the receiver downfield.
Second touchdown of the night for Justovich, the sophomore. Smetana on for the PAT. Up, and it is good. 44 seconds remain in the first half. Your score now, Lowell 14 and Crown Point 7. Let's take a quick break. You're listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
This is Herm Hoagie of RE/MAX Realty Associates of Munster. Stay tuned, everybody, for the Herm Hoagie Halftime Report, which is coming up soon right here on Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep. You're listening to High School Sports on the Key 90.5 WRTW.
You're listening to Chevy Game Night on the Region Sports Network, presented by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Chevy runs deep. Along with Jay Simmons, Jerry Siska back with you here at Lowell High School. The Red Devils have taken their first lead of the night with 44 seconds remaining in the first half. Jordan Justovich with his second touchdown of the evening, this time on the receiving end of a pass from Darian Hornickel. Kickoff into the end zone. Touchback. Crown Point starts at their own 20.
And I think they have all three of their timeouts, correct?
That's what I have, Jay.
Well, let's see if Crown Point can air it out here a little bit, get that ball down the field, see if they can try and get some type of scoring before halftime.
Stay tuned. Coming up at halftime, the Herm Hoagie Halftime Report, underwritten by RE/MAX Realty Associates Herm and Chris Hoagie of Munster. They're on the web at regionhomes.com. Let's see what Crown Point does here. I say you just run the football and go in and figure out what you do next here in the second half. Muhammad is going to get the handoff. He's at the 20 here on the near side. 25. He's able to keep his balance, slip a tackle, out to the 40. Finally brought down from behind, but not before he got to the 47-yard line.
Now 33 seconds left. The clock does stop. I think that changes all your thinking about just sit on the ball, run the ball. Let's get into the halftime. Let's get a play called right now. Crown Point up to the line of scrimmage.
That play at first didn't look like it was going to go anywhere. It ended up being a 27-yard run for Salim Muhammad. First down, Crown Point at their own 47. Clock is now rolling, half a minute. Muhammad's going to get it again, and he is going to be brought down from behind this time. And that young man doing the honors, Josh Knoblich.
Yeah, he came out of the outside linebacker position and just blew the play up.
Crown Point is going to use its timeout with 21 seconds left. At the football back at the 43-yard line, so the play by Muhammad was a loss of 4.
Yeah, now they call timeout. Crown Point's got to stretch the defense. So, yeah, Crown Point's got to go vertical down the field.
We are not only radio announcers, but we are now the lost and found department here at Lowell High School.
Hey, we're trying to do it our charitable thing.
I thought you were going to hit me with that cane when you go reaching out the window, grabbing it.
Somebody just handed us a cane. We're part of the action, not only on the field, but in the stands.
Well, hopefully that gets back to its rightful owner, because obviously that's an item that's in need for that individual to get around, whoever it belongs to. We have 21.5 left in the first half, 14-7 in favor of Lowell. That's second down for Crown Point, 2nd and 14. They are at their own 43-yard line. Let's see what head coach Kevin Enright drew up over on the sideline.
I say you go vertical now. Lowell in cover 2. They got 2 free safeties on the hash mark. 2 cornerbacks rolled up about 8 yards down the field.
Wink drops back, looks to throw, fires over on the far side. Intercepted! Intercepted at the 30-yard line. Is that Hornickel? It is. Darian Hornickel with the pick.
I think if 2 guys don't collide into each other and one of them goes up to catch the ball for Lowell, he could have returned that ball at least to midfield, possibly, get another Hail Mary pass for the Lowell Red Devils, see if they can punch in another score. But they both run into each other, and it looks like about the 30-yard line, so they're just going to take a knee and go into halftime.
17.8 on the clock. I don't take a knee. I hand it to James. See if there's an opening and he busts the play.
Yes.
I mean, we've seen him do it. We know it can happen.
Yes, we have.
But let's see what Keith Gilmer decides. 1st and 10 for Lowell with 17.8 on the clock. Devils leading at 14-7. Handoff. It was to James.
He was met by a host of Bulldogs at the line of scrimmage.
They're going to give him a couple to the 33, actually.
And we'll take that one into halftime.
And into halftime go the Lowell Red Devils. In the 109th meeting of the old leather helmet game, the Red Devils lead Crown Point 14-7 at intermission. You're listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana, provides instruction for aspiring athletes. The staff at Morris Baseball and Softball Center has over 95 years of combined professional experience, and they provide instruction which includes game-tested methods used by major league teams. Located inside Omni 41 in Schererville, Morris Baseball and Softball provides disciplined, well-organized practices and places players at highly competitive opportunities to achieve success. For more information on Morris Baseball and Softball, the phone number is 227-5250, and the website is morrisbaseballcenter.com. Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana.
Misprint can help your team's identification with team banners, trading cards, personalized team posters, stickers, decals, and fundraising ideas too. Misprint has 2 locations, 8244 Calumet Avenue in Munster, and in Hammond at 6931 Calumet Avenue. Both locations open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and in Munster, Saturdays till noon. Online, it's misprintusa.com. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, designs, and signs.
Herm and Chris Hoagie, broker owners of RE/MAX Realty Associates in Munster, are award-winning realtors with over 30 years of experience. Their team of over 35 agents is ready to help with any and all real estate needs in Lake and Porter counties, as well as the southeast Chicago suburbs. They can be found on the web at regionhomes.com. Herm and Chris Hoagie are proud to underwrite the Herm Hoagie halftime report during tonight's game. Tech Credit Union can help you get the cash you need for home improvement, education costs, or any other purpose. Unlock your home's equity with a home equity loan featuring a 3.99 annual percentage rate, 7-year repayment term, and no closing costs. With a fixed rate, your monthly payment won't change during your loan term. To learn more, visit techcu.org or call them at 800-276-TECH. That's 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender and is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Rates may change without notice. Sports in the region are about tradition, and since 1946, Berry Brothers in Hammond has built a tradition of quality and service. With a professionally trained sales staff, Berry Brothers offers a selection of quality American-made work boots, safety shoes, and apparel. Located on Indianapolis Boulevard, a half-mile north of Interstate 94, Berry Brothers is devoted to providing exceptional service to ensure the satisfaction of every customer. Berry Brothers is open 7 days a week, and gift certificates are available. The website is berrybros.com.
Hey, it's Tara for Christensen Chevy. Christensen Chevrolet is a local family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership celebrating over 60 years in the community, serving all of Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. If you stop in, you can see why families and businesses have put their trust in us for generations. At Christensen, we have an enormous inventory of new Chevys with all of your favorite models in stock, ready for immediate delivery, because that's the Christensen way. We're Christensen Chevrolet, proud sponsor of our great local high school athletic programs on Indy Boulevard in Highland, or visit ChristensenChevy.com.
Tonight's game is underwritten in part by Langle's Pizza. With locations in Highland, Crown Point, and 2 in Cherville, Langle's is open for pickup or delivery 7 days a week, and orders can be placed online at langlespizza.com. Don't forget to take the Langle's Pizza and a pop quiz at popquiz.regionsports.com for a chance to win a $25 gift certificate. Langle's, serving the region since 1979.
Concussions occur when trauma to the head or spine temporarily interferes with brain function. Seeking medical care as soon as possible is important in making a full recovery and reduces the risk of developing long-term problems. The concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart have a team of medical professionals experienced in evaluating and treating concussions. If you have a head or neck injury, don't wait. Head to the experts. For a head injury on the field, the court, or the ice, the phone number of the concussion clinics is 219-836-4461.
You're listening to High School Sports on the Key 90.5 WRTW.
Welcome back to Chevy Game Night on the Region Sports Network on the Key 90.5 FM WRTW Crown Point, 90.5 FM WRTK Paxton, Illinois. We're also streaming worldwide on the web at regionsports.com and crownpointsports.com. Along with Jay Simmons, Jerry Siska back with you at the Inferno here at Lowell High School. Halftime, it's the Lowell Red Devils 14 and the Crown Point Bulldogs 7. You're listening to the Herm Hoagie Halftime Report. It's underwritten by RE/MAX Realty Associates Herman, Chris Hoagie, and Munster, available for all your real estate needs. So it's been a typical type of opening game of the season. There have been some mistakes, blocked punts, fumbles, interceptions, maybe some misreads, underthrown balls, but there's also been some exciting action and some very good play during the course of this first half as well. And with this being a big rivalry game, the intensity is out there, and all in all, on a beautiful Friday night here in late August, it has been a very entertaining and enjoyable first half to watch. One that Crown Point took an early 7-0 lead after a blocked punt at the 6:11 mark of the first quarter. Grayson Link hit Jesse Martin from 5 yards out. PAT was good, and the Bulldogs led 7-0, and that was the score at the end of the opening quarter. In the second quarter, though, at the 8:53 mark, Jordan Jusevich had a 42-yard touchdown run. The PAT tied the game at 7 apiece. And then right before halftime, with 44 seconds left, Hornickel hit Jusevich with an 18-yard pass. The PAT was good, and the Red Devils have a 14-7 lead here at the intermission. And then after Darian Hornickel threw the touchdown pass at 44 seconds, he intercepted one at 17 seconds to close out this opening half of action. Take a look at some of the unofficial numbers from the opening half, and trust me, folks, if I'm doing them, they're unofficial. Leading the way on the ground for Lowell is actually the sophomore, Jordan Jusevich. 1 carry, 42 yards, and a touchdown. Ike James has found the going tough here tonight. His biggest run of the evening, an 18-yard run that occurred on his first attempt in the second quarter. He has 14 carries in the opening half for a total of 36 yards. Austin Giordano had a carry for 8, and Darian Hornickel, he had 7 carries for 9 yards, but a couple of negative plays, including a sack that goes against the running yardage. Passing the ball, Hornickel on the first half was 4 of 7, 47 yards and a touchdown. Running the ball for Lowell in the first half, they had 23 attempts for 95 yards, so 142 yards of total offense in the opening half, 8 first downs. They did have a punt blocked, and they lost a fumble. Receiving, Ike James, 1 catch for 9. Justovich, 1 catch for 18 and a touchdown. Giordano, a catch for 3. And Sokolowski, 1 catch for 17. For Crown Point in the opening half, their leading ground gainer was Salil Muhammad, 7 carries for 44 yards. Artie Akiwa, 5 carries for 4 yards. And what I noticed as the second quarter, wore on, Jay, we weren't seeing Akiwa in the backfield any longer.
No.
The latter half of that second quarter, he wasn't back there at all. It was all Muhammad.
Yeah, and I think what they're finding out is, I think Muhammad's a little bit more of a physical back at 5'9", 207. One of the runs he made out here right before half, he made a nice job of breaking through tackles. He's a little bit more physical of a runner, and I think that's what you're going to need, especially against this Lowell defense. They're a big physical defense. They hit hard, and it just seems like Akia just hasn't been able to break loose and get any into the backfield, into the defensive backfield to make any big runs.
So for Crown Point, they ran the ball 16 times in the first half for 41 yards. Grayson Link throwing the football, 3 of 8 for 10 yards. That includes a touchdown and an interception. So Crown Point just 51 yards of total offense and 4 first downs, a couple of penalties for 10 yards. Crown Point fumbled the ball twice, lost 1, and the interception. So the Bulldogs turned the football over twice in the opening half. Lowell, the equivalent of it, with a fumble loss and a blocked punt. So 14-7 at the half in favor of the Lowell Red Devils. And what started out to be looking like very momentum, as I mentioned during the broadcast, and play favoring Crown Point. When they scored early, it almost had the feel right at that moment of
Yeah, it's exactly right. Especially when they, Lowell dodged a couple bullets right early on in terms of they dodged that one where they had the fumble, and Crown Point was unable to score, and then they turned the ball back over. Then you're like, all of a sudden now it's still 0-0. And then after that series, then Lowell with the punt, and they got the punt blocked. It looks like the punter took a long time to get that ball off, but again, they also had somebody breaking through. So, I mean, a bad combination right there. Got the punt blocked, and then they had Grayson Link pass to Jesse Martin with 6:11 left in the first quarter. 5-yard pass came off the block punt, and that's how they scored. That was the end of the scoring in the first quarter. And then sort of at that point, Jerry, you thought, like you said, here Crown Point goes. And then all of a sudden, the next couple series, Crown Point had negative yards. I think, was it 3 series in a row?
They had one series where they lost 20 yards on 3 plays.
Yeah, and I mean, it just all of a sudden. But the thing is, when you're the first game, offenses take a couple games to really get in sync, get used to being at a different speed, a different level, because you can't practice at that speed, that game level, day in and day out. There's practice level and then there's game level, and it takes one game. Maybe some offenses get clicking after a half, but most teams it takes one game. The best transition or the best turnaround in play is from the first week to the second week. Now they see, hey, this guy needs to do this. Hey, we need to work on this technique at gain speed. And then all of a sudden that jump from week 1 to week 2 is always the biggest. So let's continue on with the scoring. And Lowell scored with 8:53 left in the second half. A Jordan Justovich 42-yard run, PAT good. And that was just on a little counter play. They faked the ball to James going one way. Justovich comes around, gets the handoff from Hornickel. He turns it up the sideline, turns it up the middle of the field, then actually cut it all the way back against the grain and scores on a 42-yard run, pretty much untouched. It was great play calling, and you could tell that the Crown Point defense was really just honing in on James. So Ike James really the focus of the defense, and they pretty much shut him down most of the half. And then the final score was 44 seconds. Hornickel pass to Jordan Justovich, 18 yards, PAT good, and an outstanding block by the receiver, Alex Switzer, down the field to knock down a couple defenders coming in to make the tackle at about the 10-yard line. Great downfield blocking by the receiver. That's how you spring the big play. You know, you get the guys up front making a nice pocket for the quarterback, but you always see that if the receiver, one of the receivers down the field makes a huge block, that springs the guy in for a touchdown. You always see that one.
So 14-7, the Red Devils lead the Bulldogs here at the break. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more of the Herm Hoagie halftime report from the Inferno. We'll run down scores and take a look at what's going on around Northwest Indiana here on this opening night of the 2015 high school football season. You're listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Hi, everybody. This is Herm Hoagie of RE/MAX Realty Associates in Munster. I want to thank you for listening to the Herm Hoagie halftime report here on Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
At the Crowell Companies, our customers are more than just numbers on a ledger or anonymous people who sign up online. Our customers are the families we see at the ball fields, the grocery store, and all around the community. That's because for nearly 50 years, the Crowell Companies have been part of the community right here in Northwest Indiana, offering personalized custom services that only a local company can provide. For home, auto, and business insurance, it's the Crowell Companies, 923-2131, and online at crowellinsurance.com. The Crowell Companies, home of the insurance superheroes.
McShane's Total Graphic Solutions puts your company name and logo on just about anything. We offer a full line of custom marketing products and services like custom imprinted mugs, pens, and magnets, quality employee apparel, with custom imprinting and embroidery, executive gifts, customer appreciation and gifts, and so much more. McShane staff can help you select the right items to help you achieve excellent results. McShane's 1-800-837-1400 or online at mcshanes.com. Quality, family, convenience, trust. The four interlocking diamonds that symbolize United Federal Credit Union represent our commitment to our members. Quality, what we strive for in every transaction. Family, we have products and financial advice for every stage of life, like we would for our own family. Convenience, we are constantly adding ways to make our products more convenient, like mobile banking, online banking, and 24-hour telephone banking. Service, our service-oriented staff will take the time to get to know you on a personal level. United Federal Credit Union in Griffith. We'll get you there. Strachan Van Til is a full-service grocery and fresh food store committed to the complete satisfaction of you, our customers. We provide you with a friendly shopping experience in a clean, safe environment. Strachan Van Til remains dedicated to the communities we serve by supporting organizations and events that enhance the quality of life, like Region High School Sports on WRTW 90.5 FM, The Key. To learn more about Strachan Van Til, we are on the web at strachanvantil.com. Quality service and selection. It's a Strachan Van Til thing.
Buffalo Wild Wings wants to team up with Region High Schools to share the excitement of homecoming by sponsoring the halftime festivities with the B-Dubs street team and mascot. For participating schools, the fun includes a wings delivery to the press box, a t-shirt toss for fans, a chance to win a B-Dubs spirit bag with any concession stand purchase before halftime, and a fan's photo opportunity with the B-Dubs mascot. This is a first-come, first-served promotion based on availability and dates, so for more information on booking Buffalo Wild Wings for your school's homecoming, you can call 586-663-0707 and ask for Lisa Bissett. That number again is 586-663-0707.
For over a quarter century, Bellis Jewelers has been a fixture in the Crown Point community. Located at 1170 East Summit, Bellis Jewelers still offers the same workmanship it began with back in 1989. A full-service jeweler, Bellis Jeweler offers a variety of services ranging from custom-made jewelry and watch repair to buying gold, silver, and more. To allow customers to feel more relaxed, the new location offers couches and a TV. The phone number is 663-5108, and the website is bellisjewelers.com.
You're listening to High School Sports on the Key 90.5 WRTW.
Along with Jay Simmons, Jerry Siska back with you here at the Inferno at Lowell High School, and you are listening to Chevy Game Night on the Region Sports Network on 90.5 FM, WRTW Crown Point. We're also streaming worldwide on the internet at regionsports.com. It's underwritten by the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Chevy runs deep. You're listening to the Herm Hoagie Halftime Report, underwritten by RE/MAX Realty Associates Herm and Chris Hoagie in Munster, available for all your real estate needs. 14-7. Lowell leads Crown Point here at the break, and here's Jay with what's going on elsewhere around Northwest Indiana.
We'll start right at the top. We got Munster 10, LC 7 at the half, and Grant 7, Maryville nothing, also at the half. Kokomo 7, Chesterton 0 in the third quarter. KV 22, Rensselaer 8 at the half. Penn 20, Valpo nothing in the third quarter. LaPorte 34, New Prairie 7 at the half. Wawasee 7, Griffith 0 at the half. Highland 27, Lake Station 0 in the first quarter.
Yeah, well, They had tailgate night tonight, so the game didn't kick off till 7:30. Highland scored those 27 in the first 6 minutes of the game.
Okay.
Thank you, Nathan Laird, for that information.
South Bend, Washington 20, Michigan City 13 in the second quarter. Hobart 14, Westside 0 in the second. Hanover 23, Bishop Knoll nothing in the second. Gavitt 27, Calumet 0. Man, my picks are bad this week. And let's see, we have Warren Central. Oh, hold on, let me get to my phone here.
He's getting updates as we speak, folks.
At Warren Central 35, Center Grove 27, start of the fourth quarter. Warren Central is ranked 5th in the AP. Center Grove 3rd in AP rankings. So big game down in Central Indiana. A lot of scoring going on early in the season. Offenses are really clicking down there.
You've been listening to the Herm Hoagie Halftime Report, underwritten by RE/MAX Realty Associates. Herm and Chris Hoagie in Munster, available for all your real estate needs. 14-7 here at the Inferno, and when you get into those big 6A schools, Jay, I think those offenses click just a little bit faster for some reason. It seems like they're bigger, they're powerful, they're more skilled, and as a result, they do kick in a little bit quicker. You were going to say something.
I was going to just go real quick over our Chevrolet halftime or keys to the game real quick. And we talked about Crown Point balanced offensive attack. None so far tonight for them. The Lowell defense has really stymied them in the second quarter. So nice job by the Lowell defense. I don't know. I think if I'm Crown Point, I got to start throwing more on the first down. Keep them off balance. And then Lowell staying out of the third and long situation, or I should say obvious passing situation. They did a better job of that, Jerry, when they scored in the second quarter. They did have some 3rd and 6, 7s that they were able to convert, but overall they stayed in third and short situations, which really helps their offense. And right now it looks like we are going to be, the clock hit 12 minutes left in the third quarter, start of the third quarter.
Did you really just say 12 minutes left in the third quarter?
Yes, I did. Now, start of the third quarter, Lowell lining up to kick the ball, Crown Point lining up to receive. Big series here for Crown Point, Jerry. They've got to get some offense going. So far tonight, though, the Lowell kicker has been kicking them into the end zone, and the wind has pretty much died down. At the start of the game, is a 10-mile-an-hour wind coming out of the south. He's been kicking it into the end zone every time so far.
Martin, Akiwa, and Shane Bourne, far side to near side, waiting for the kick. Here we go. We're underway in the second half. Shane Bourne at the 4, near side, bringing it to the middle, 10, 15, out across the 20 to about the 23-yard line, and that is where Crown Point will begin the second half. 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. So again, the quarterback, Grayson Link, he'll bring him out. And anytime we do some of the starting lineups in any of the games this season, it's underwritten by Strack and Van Til. We're built around you. Good, because I'm always hungry and there's food inside. That works for me. 1st and 10. Bulldogs have 2 to the right side, 1 to the left side. They're going to put a man in motion. And this is Akiwa taking the direct snap and going right. He gets across the 25 to near the 27-yard line. So give him a pickup of about 4 on the play, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, just a direct snap right to Akiwa. Just taking that ball, powering off the left side. They had trips to the side that they just ran to. Oh, we got a player down on the field. Can't get the number. Laying face down on the far side.
It is a red devil. And let's see if the binoculars will help here. Austin Giordano, number 11. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by the Randall K. Miss Accounting Group in Schererville. When it comes to business with Randall K. Miss Accounting, put the numbers to work. Their phone number is 219-864-8541, and they are online at www.rkmissgroup.com. So, both teams coming to their respective sidelines. Looks like it's a cramp, though.
Yeah.
The way they're working on the leg. You know what? While they work on that and there's a stoppage in action, let's take a break ourselves. 11:29 here in the third. Lowell 14, Crown Point 7. We're back with more after this. You're listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network. It's the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Serving the Northwest Indiana community, 4U Construction.
Welcome back to Chevy Game Night on the Region Sports Network on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW Crown Point, 90.5 FM, WRTK Paxton, Illinois. We're also streaming worldwide on the internet at regionsports.com and crownpointsports.com as Giordano walking under his own power back to the sideline after getting that cramp stretched out. They'll have to come out for a play, 2nd and 5 for the Red Devils. As we are, 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs, as they are at their own 27-yard line as we are just underway in the second half. Lowell 14, Crown Point 7, your score. Shane Bourne and Martin switch sides, and then at the snap, we have a penalty flag. The handoff was to Muhammad. He lost yards, but let's see what the penalty is.
Yeah, it's 2-minute motion right there. This isn't Canada.
No, it's not.
They had two guys going crossing each other. One of the players that was going to the far side realized there was 2-minute motion, came to a stop. The player coming to our side never reset him.
Right.
I think you got to decline this one and take the loss.
And they are going to, as Muhammad lost yards back to the 24, so that's a loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. You teach math, right?
Yes, I do.
Because I was really impressed with your geography skills, knowing that this isn't Canada.
That had nothing to do with math on that one.
No, it had everything to do with geography.
There you go. I thought you said math, not math.
Here's 3rd down. And here's the fake of the handoff as Akiwa sets a direct snap. He's got some room near side. 45-50, 45-40. Steps out of bounds about the 35-yard line. Chased down by James. But a big run.
They got a penalty back at the 45-yard line. Looked like it might have been a receiver downfield blocking in the back.
That run,
biggest play of the game,
covered 41 yards, but it looks like it's coming back. So what does he get? A gain of 20 and then the penalty?
Let's see.
Did he only get the gain up to where the penalty was? It is a hold against Crown Point. But you got to give him the gain because the penalty's going to get marked off from here.
It's 20 yards, so it'll be
so that's a 20-yard pickup still.
And that's a 10-yard penalty. So they do get the first down.
So it is enough for a Crown Point first down as the football rests at the 36-yard line. They needed to get to the 34 for the first down, so they have it. First at 10 for the Bulldogs with 11 minutes to play in the third quarter. 14-7, Lowell in front. Kiwa working from the quarterback position with Muhammad by him. And it's Muhammad who gets the handoff. And he loses a yard to the 35.
Yeah, nice job by Cooper Kersey coming into the backfield and disrupting that play and making the tackle all at the same time. A good stunt right there by the Lowell Red Devil defensive front.
So with the loss, it's 2nd and 11. 10.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Keo again running from the shotgun with Muhammad to his right. Two receivers to the right side as well. after the fake. Akiwa finds a hole up the middle. He's across midfield, down at the Lowell 48-yard line, and that'll be a first down for the Bulldogs.
Boy, again, Ike James on the tackle. It wasn't a great tackle. He got just enough of an arm reach out there, just enough to trip him up, and if he doesn't do that, he might have been gone.
17 yards on that pickup and a first down for the Bulldogs. They are in Lowell territory.
Ike James doing a nice job out of his free safety position.
Akiwa exclusively running at the quarterback position right now. 2 receivers each way as the ball's in the middle of the field. Muhammad with him in the backfield. Akiwa just taking it and running up the middle and gets to the 41-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 7.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's happening right now, Jerry, is that the play is developing a lot quicker. They're hitting that hole. They're hitting the offensive line much faster, where it seems like in the first half, the play was taking too long to develop. But with Akiwa quarterback, he's just hitting that hole a lot faster, catching the Lowell defense off guard.
2 receivers here left. 1 right, Martin in the tight end position left. Akiwa still in the shotgun. He fakes to Muhammad and keeps. Tries the middle again. This time a good job by Lowell, giving him nowhere to go. No gain on that play, and it'll be third down.
Yeah, this time the defensive line was able to hold their ground and come up with the nice tackle. Looked like that was number 56 for the Lowell Red Devils. Adam Felder right there with the tackle from his left defensive end position.
So 3rd and 3, 8:55 on the clock here in the third, 14-7 Red Devils. Akiwa this time is going to work with Muhammad a step behind him to the right side. That's the short side of the field. They're going to bring a man in motion this way as well. It's Jesse Martin. Akiwa hands off to Muhammad, and he's going to have a first down, getting it down to the 37-yard line. The pickup is 4. They needed 3. First down, Crown Point.
At Crown Point really working in between the tackles. You would think that they would try and bounce to the outside, but they are staying in between the tackles and just trying to push the Lowell defensive line back.
So this time 2 receivers will go to the right side. They'll bring a tight end and a wide out here left. Akiwa again from the shotgun. Takes the snap. And whether it was him or Muhammad, there looked to be confusion. It wasn't going to matter because there were 4 Red Devils there, 2 on each man to bring him down, and it was going to be a loss no matter what.
Yeah, and you know what? Akiwa did the right thing. He saw that blitz coming. There was a little bit of a confusion. He just pulled the ball, tucked it to make sure there was no fumble, lived to make another play.
They lost 4 on that one. 2nd and 14 now for the Bulldogs. 7:40 in the third. They are at the Red Devil 41 is Crown Point. Again, a couple of receivers here left, 1 right. Akiwa. He wants to roll right, gets away from 1 defender as there was another blitz by the Red Devils, but that blitzer slowed him up enough as he tried to find room on the right side that it allowed other Red Devil defenders to get there, and Akiwa's pickup was only a couple.
Yeah, I couldn't get the number of the linebacker blitzing right there, but he came through untouched, and that forced Akiwa to bounce it out even further and let the pursuit get there. Lowell defense is great on pursuit. They're going right down the line of scrimmage, making pursuit and not stopping. Their motors don't stop on defense. 7 minutes. Clock rolls here in the third. 3rd and 12 for Crown Point from the Lowell 39. Red Devils lead it by 7 and a penalty flag before the ball is ever snapped. It's got to be... I don't know what it's got to be.
I didn't see any Red Devil close enough to be an offside call, and there was still 9 seconds left on the play clock. Procedure?
Yep, legal procedure on the Bulldogs.
Somebody moved that you and I didn't catch. That's the 4th penalty of the night on CP for 25 yards. And each side has declined a penalty or 2 in there, too. So that'll move the football back to the 44, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 17. So they're going to put 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. It's on the hash far side, right side of formation, and got a whistle. And Crown Point wants a timeout. Kevin Enright just notices something he does not like right now, or maybe he's got a specific play he'd like to run on this 3rd and 17. Let's take a 30-second timeout. 14-7 Lowell. You're listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Serving the Northwest Indiana community, 4U Construction has built a reputation with homeowners over the past 5 years. 4U offers their knowledge with insurance claim adjusting, roofing, siding, hail damage, wind, fire, and water damage. 4U Construction represents the homeowner with their claim, working to get the money needed to cover all the repairs. The number to call for an estimate is 219-310-5699. 4U Construction. We've got you covered.
You're listening to High School Sports on the Key 90.5 WRTW.
You're listening to Chevy Game Night on the Region Sports Network, presented by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. He's Jay Simmons. I'm Jerry Siska. It is 3rd and 18 for Crown Point from the Lowell 44-yard line with 6:52 left in the third quarter. Red Devils leading the Bulldogs 14-7. Here's Akiwa, the lefty, rolling to his left. Now he wants to tuck and run. And he is brought down from behind at the 39-yard line. The hit made there by Adam Felder.
Felder came all the way back from his linebacker, defensive end position on the opposite side of the field, trailed the quarterback, and he's coming up limping. It looks like he might have gotten his ankle rolled a little bit, or his calf muscle. Looks maybe coming up with a cramp. He's grabbing his right calf muscle.
And the officials were looking to the Crown Point sideline right away, signaling for someone to come out. I was looking at the point of the tackle because I missed him coming out of the crowd there. I was looking to see if he was down on the field, he being Artie Akiwa. So the gain was to the 38-yard line. That's a 6-yard pickup for Akiwa. 13 carries, 56 yards, 6:39 left. It's 4th and 11 for Crown Point. Tonight's game is underwritten in part by State Farm agents Rich Allenbaugh in Highland and Bob Reese in Crown Point. That's good neighbors. State Farm is there, and so are Rich and Bob. Rich can be reached at 923-3030, and Bob at 663-7337. State Farm agents Rich Allenbaugh and Bob Reese are proud supporters of high school sports on the Region Sports Network.
Akiwa walks off, shaking his leg just a little bit, so it just had to have been a cramp right there. But what a nice job by Feller, coming from the opposite side defensive end position all the way across the field to hold him to just a short gain like that. What a great job. Nice tackle.
Well, Crown Point's going to go for it on this 4th and 11 as Link is back in at quarterback. Of course, Akiwa is the punter. So let's see what they come up with. 4th and 11 for CP from the Lowell 38. Link rolling to his right. Rolling, fires, and it's incomplete. Lowell take over on down.
And, again, great job by that defensive front of Lowell, not allowing Link to set his feet and throw. Even though he's rolling out to his right, he's rolling and going backwards as he was rolling out, so he wasn't really able to set his feet. There was a receiver open about 15 yards down the field, so if he would have been able to set his feet, he would have had a receiver open enough for the first down.
So on this opening drive of the second half, Crown Point moves the football, but the drive stalls at the Lowell 38. Red Devils take over 1st and 10 with 6:29 to play here in the third frame. Red Devils with a 7-point lead, 14-7. Mike James in the backfield. Portico going to go under center, and now we're going to get a timeout Lowell.
Yeah, they had a late substitution coming out to the field. I don't know if they had only 10 players out there and decided to call a timeout, start the drive off right.
Fans of Region Sports, while you're online, check out the #1 student NWI features published by our friends at Northwest. It should be nwindianalife.com. 27 Northwest Indiana schools are participating, including Lake Central, Munster, Crown Point, and Lowell, with stories straight from the students, where the eyes and ears of positive news and events in the schools. You can find all these great stories at nwindianalife.com/1studentNWI. Stay tuned after the game for the Region Football Wrap-Up on the Region Sports Network as the crew back in the RSN studio gives you all the scores from tonight's game across Northwest Indiana. The Region Football Wrap-Up show will air until 10 p.m. Do you have an update from that Warren Central game you were telling us about earlier?
Yes, I do, and looks like that was Ike James up the middle, right to the right side on just a power dive play. Picks up about 6 yards. 6 yards, yes, we do.
44.
It is 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Center Grove 42, Warren Central 38. Wow, what a high-powered offensive game. Somebody left the defenses in the locker room, huh?
It's a second down. Yeah, it sounds like it. 2nd and 4 for Lowell. They're at their own 44-yard line with 5:48 clock runs here in the third quarter. Handoff. James finds some room, and he's got a first down into Crown Point territory at the 38-yard line.
Man, Ike James has got a cramp. You wouldn't think there'd be so many cramps all of a sudden, but I mean it's been a cool night. But the guys, I guess, are just not used to being out on the field that much. Ike James, for his point of view, he has been out on the defense pretty much the whole time playing his free safety position.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, he's another one that he's probably in the parking lot before the game selling popcorn, hot dogs, just like the Artie Akia for Crown Point.
How about that? James had just 2 yards on his first 8 carries. He has had 58 on his last 8 carries and now has 60 yards in 16 carries.
And we talked about it in the pregame. Ike James gets better as the game goes on and the defense starts to wear out. And right now the defensive front for Crown Point is starting to wear down a little bit. The blitzes aren't confusing the offensive line nearly as much. How many times did we say a different linebacker's name in the backfield in that first half? We probably named every linebacker from Crown Point on a different blitz in the first half, and now all of a sudden you're not hearing any of those names getting into the backfield. The offensive line is starting to pick up the scheme a little bit of the defense, and they calm down a little bit. That first game adrenaline rush in that first quarter is wearing off, so now all of a sudden they're calm, they're thinking out there, they're relaxed. They're doing their job right now, and they're coming off the ball and pushing that Crown Point defensive line back pretty good.
A brand new feature to the Region Sports Network this year is the Langle's Pizza and a Pop Quiz online at popquiz.regionsports.com. Fans can log on and take the short quiz, get a perfect score, and you'll have a chance to win a $25 gift certificate to Langle's Pizza. Langle's has 4 locations, Highland, Crown Point, and 2 in Cherryville. They're on the web at langlespizza.com.
And that cheering you heard just a second ago was Ike James running off the field. So he's going to get hydrated, and they're going to get him back in the game as soon as possible.
So they've put Jesovich into the ball game. They're going to go behind Hornickel, who goes under center. And it's going to be Jesovich that's going to get the handoff, and he's going to get across the 35 down to the 32-yard line. He's going to pick up 6 on that carry.
Again, nice job of that offensive line by the Lowell Red Devils. Really, that right side of that line is really coming off the ball. It's Jake Stagg, 6'2", 315 pounds, really getting a big push up there.
Now Jesovich, they're going to running up and running kind of gingerly. He's having a leg issue right now. Now he's going to need to get stretched out. So it is now 2nd down and 4 for the Red Devils.
Who do they have at tailback?
I'm trying to catch the number. Figure it out in a minute. He's got the football.
Again, power football right there by the Devils.
Well, that's 13, so that's Trevor Spravnik.
Yeah. Down to the 13th tailback, and he's getting a good push, too, up there. Both the guys that came off the field on the sidelines getting some treatment, getting the calf muscles rubbed down.
Spravnik picks up 5, and it's a Red Devil first down. 4:35. Clock moves here in the third quarter. It's 14-7 in favor of Lowell.
And this is what Lowell loves to do, grind the clock down, wear the defense out, and try and punch in a score, get up a couple scores here if they can do it.
Hornickel looks over the defense. Sets up a couple things with the lineman, takes the handoff, and gives it to Spravnik. And he'll get 1 to the 26.
Again, Lowell just going to milk that play clock. They haven't even set the play clock yet, and the clock ticking down just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter. So Lowell definitely going to wear that clock down as they wear out the Crown Point defense.
Well, already up a score.
Yes.
Winding this clock down in the third. It was a big drive for Lowell. You get up 2 scores here.
They got to come away with points here, Jerry. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a touchdown, but they do have to come away with points.
Something that gives them 2-score advantage. Yep. Hornickel going to pitch. Spravnik gets it. Tries the left side. He's going to be brought down from behind for a loss.
Number 25 on the play for the Bulldogs.
Donald Schock.
Yeah, nice job coming out of his inside linebacker position. Looked like he was blitzing to the outside and came up and made a tackle. Looks like a loss of about 2 yards.
Yep. You got it.
I just eyeballed that.
You did very well. You are in mid-season form, my friend.
Yeah. Well, it's the second half.
Takes all of us a while to get going. Right. How's the middle school football team doing?
First week of practice and we're shaping up nicely.
Cool, good. Hope you have a good season over there.
So do I.
Oh, there was supposed to be a handoff that moved too fast. Hornickel did a good job of improvising. Made a spin move. Found room on the left side. And he has a first down. Pushing his way near the 10-yard line.
Several missed tackles by the Crown Point Bulldogs. And he gets the first down. Hornickel doing a great job of improvising right there. But you know what, Jerry? He didn't try to do too much. He stayed within the flow of the play and just tucked the ball and run. Remember when he fumbled early on?
He tried to do too much. Mm-hmm. That's a 14-yard pickup.
Everybody on the Lowell team is now stretching out their calf muscles.
Well, there's a Crown Point player down, also having his calf muscles stretched out over on the far side, the point of the tackle.
Wow, well, you know what, Jerry? The last week has been kind of cool, the last 2 or 3 days. So, they really haven't been able to get a conditioning. But the temperature is not that hot tonight to where you would think there would be a lot of cramping in Lake.
Let's find out what the current temp is.
Oh, yeah, here we go, Jerry. Got an update on that Warren Central Center Grove game. Mm-hmm. Center Grove 42, Warren Central 38, and that's a final.
75 degrees right now here in Lowell.
It's kind of warm at this time of night.
It's a little bit of a breeze, though. It feels comfortable. Hornickel takes the snap from the shotgun position, goes to the right side, and looks like he got inside the 10 to about the 9-yard line to give Darian Hornickel a 5-yard pickup.
And you still got the 1A and 1B running backs on the sidelines, and we have another player down.
And it's another Crown Point Bulldog. Well, they're starting to expend a lot of energy. You can't keep up with the fluids in your system. You're talking about it's a little bit warmer than it has been the last 2 or 3 days. Not oppressively hot. Last year at Crown Point, it was hot.
Yeah, and when we did that game, we could tell the difference in the Lowell team in the second half as compared to the Crown Point team, which, has an advantage, and they have more players. And they have less players going both ways. Mm-hmm. And that you could tell just the physical wear and tear of the heat on the players that Crown Point really dominated late in that third quarter and the fourth quarter.
Friday nights on the Region Sports Network get started with the Tech Credit Union tailgate beginning every week at 6. Tech Credit Union is on the web at techcu.org. So we are set to get back to action here.
See if we can go play without a player going down.
That would be nice. Be nice for the players, too. So Hornickel under center. 2nd down and 6 for Lowell from the 9-yard line. Spravnik gets it, goes left, inside the 5, touchdown! 9-yard touchdown run for Trevor Spravnik. And Lowell has extended their lead to 2 touchdowns.
Who was that just scored?
13, Trevor Spravnik.
The 13th running back doing a nice job out there. Nice job of feeling his way through the hole. Looked like he had to make a couple cuts, cut it back against the grain, and just stuck his head in there and ran for the touchdown.
Now, Montana on for the PAT for the Red Devils. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good as well. We are at 2:05 remaining in the third quarter. Your score now. The Lowell Red Devils 21, The Crown Point Bulldogs 7. Back with more after this. You're listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Man Cave Barbers is a throwback to the days when a man would have his hair cut and groomed by a man's man, a barber. Man Cave Barbers, located at 1600 East Summit Street in Crown Point, offers the good old regular barber cut and a hot lather straight edge razor shave. A family-friendly service that offers flat tops, fades, Princetons, and military, Man Cave is open 6 days a week. Other services include shoe shine, massage, and manicure pedicure. The number to call is 662-5986, and the website is mancavebarbers.com.
You're listening to high school sports on the Key 90.5 WRTW.
Welcome back to Chevy Game Night on the Region Sports Network on the Key 90.5 FM WRTW Crown Point and 90.5 FM WRTK Paxton, Illinois. We're also streaming worldwide on the web at regionsports.com and crownpointsports.com. 2:05 left in the third, 21-7 Lowell as the Red Devils, after spotting the Bulldogs at opening quarter touchdown, has scored 21 unanswered. He's Jay Simmons. I'm Jerry Siska. Hope you're enjoying this opening night broadcast. The 2015 season is underway. And you talked about it, Jay, during that drive. Lowell needed to come away with some kind of points to get up 2 scores.
Yes.
Can't do it much better than that.
No, they can. And a nice drive, burning up pretty much I would say about 7 minutes off the clock there. So they did a great job of just taking their time and doing it Lowell style. 3 yards in a cloud of dust with the big play coming at on the scoring. Trevor S. Strebnick.
That's good.
9-yard run for the score. Put the Lowell Red Devils up.
At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Crowell Companies Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Companies, they are your insurance superheroes. Here's the approach and the boot. Deep and into the end zone. That's a touchback. Wow. But it's good to see Akiwa back on the field, and he moved well going into the end zone to catch that pass. So that cramping that he had appears to be okay. 2:05 to play in the third quarter. See what Crown Point comes up with, because now that Lowell's got momentum, they're feeling good about things. They seem to really have gotten a grasp on this game. Crown Point needs the answer here.
Yes, they do.
They're going to find themselves in bigger trouble already, because they're not going to see the football that many more times.
No, they're not. They're probably going to see the football maybe 3 more possessions, the way Lowell's been running the ball. And that Crown Point defense looks like they are wore down.
Well, there's Akiwa back at the quarterback position with Muhammad to his left side. One receiver left. Trips going to the right. Now they're going to bring in man in motion and send it back. That's Martin. And Akiwa off the fake is going to keep. Gets Russ 20 to the 24. Give him 4 on that carry, 2nd and 6 for Crown Point.
Yeah, Akiwa let Muhammad cross his face. He rides him a little bit, pulled the ball, and went straight over to center. Picked up just a few yards, but Crown Point's got to. Well, they really can't hurry with their offensive plays, because they're getting that play. They're getting those calls in before 5 or 6 seconds are done off the play clock. But they've got to. I think they got to go vertical.
2nd and 6. Snap. Kiwa went to throw, and he's down. He didn't have a chance.
88 or 83. 83.
Is it 83?
83. Jordan Martin from defensive tackle position. Looked like he might have been in the huddle on that play. Well, on the line of scrimmage listening to the play, because he went in there pretty much unblocked.
Ball back to it looks like about the 18-yard line, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so that's a loss of 6.
Martin, a little bit small for defensive tackle, 6 foot, 200 pounds, but the quickness was able to blow by the offensive guard.
Seen a few sacks here tonight.
Yeah.
And now Link is in, going to set up a screen to Muhammad, and down at the 15. That play lost 3.
Mitchell Wildman, the middle linebacker on that play, sniffed that one out big time. The guard pushed his guy to the outside, then peeled off and was trying to go downfield to get to Mitchell Wildman. Wildman beat him to the point of attack, did a great job of reading that one all the way.
So Crown Point going to have to punt it away. They have just 7 passing yards and 10 attempts.
Wow.
Final 20 seconds of the third coming up. Lowell's going to take this punt, and they'll have the football when we start the fourth. He was back inside his 5. Jusovic and Gill deep to return.
They're going to wait until the fourth quarter to punt.
Yes, they are. That will be the end of the third quarter with your score. Lowell 21, Crown Point 7. Back with the fourth after this. You're listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois. Misprint can help your team's identification with team banners, trading cards, personalized team posters, stickers, decals, and fundraising ideas too. Misprint has 2 locations, 8244 Calumet Avenue in Munster and in Hammond at 6931 Calumet Avenue. Both locations open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5, and in Munster, Saturdays till noon. Online, it's misprintusa.com. Misprint in Munster and Hammond for custom print, designs, and signs.
Tech Credit Union can help you get the cash you need for home improvement, education costs, or any other purpose. Unlock your home's equity with a home equity loan featuring a 3.99 annual percentage rate, 7-year repayment term, and no closing costs. With a fixed rate, your monthly payment won't change during your loan term. To learn more, visit techcu.org or call them at 800-276-TECH. That's 800-276-8324. Tech Credit Union is an equal opportunity lender and is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Rates may change without notice.
You're listening to High School Sports on the Key 90.5 WRTW.
Along with Jay Simmons, Jerry Siska back here at the Inferno at Lowell High School as we welcome you back to Chevy Game Night on the Region Sports Network, underwritten by the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. For more details on the great Chevy lineup, the website is ChevyDrivesChicago.com. Fourth quarter underway, 21-7 Lowell. So everybody get away on a short punt. Takes a good Crown Point roll into Lowell territory, and it is going to come to rest right on the 40-yard line. Pretty good field position for the Red Devils as they take it over for the opening drive of the fourth quarter.
How come no time went off the play clock or the game clock?
I don't know. You know, I thought I saw that earlier. Earlier in the game, I seem to remember a couple of plays going by where I said it was 51 seconds left. At the conclusion of tonight's game, we'll name the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game, underwritten by our friends at Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, located 1/2 mile north of I-80-94 on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond. 11:55 to play. Crown Point really to have a chance. They need a 3-and-out.
Yes, they do. They need their defense to step up and do something here big time.
Lowell wants to run from the eye with Hornickel under center. And here's a handoff.
And a scrum.
Out to about the 46-yard line.
The player's getting a little testy out there.
Was that Giordano on the carry? That
looks like 11.
Yeah, that's Giordano. Okay, Giordano on the carry. Picks up 6 on the play to the 46. 2nd and 4. That is a very good first play of the drive for Lowell.
Yeah, you notice a lot of players back behind the bench stretching their calf muscles out for the Lowell Red Devils. And some laying down, getting their calf stretched. So a lot of cramping up going on out there.
So I formation again, 2nd and long 4, short 5 as the ball rests right between the 45 and 46-yard line of Lowell. Handoff straight ahead, and it's a first down across midfield into Crown Point territory on the carry, and that was Giordano once again.
That's sort of getting off the Ike James train. Looks like they're spotting it just enough for the first down. Actually, they moved it up a whole yard. They had it at midfield, and now they're moving it up to the 40-49.
Trying to do some tough yards with the fullback here up the middle right now in this drive. Maybe sensing that they have an advantage over the defensive front of Crown Point right now, so don't do anything fancy, just push them back.
It looks like the defensive front for Crown Point sort of on their skates right now. They're just receiving. They're not delivering a blow like they were in the first quarter.
Hornickel under center. And another handoff. Whew. That was the deep back this time. I think it was James on the carry. It was to the 47, so that's 2 on that play, 2nd and 8.
I didn't get the number of the linebacker that came up and delivered the shot, but you sort of saw James hit the hole and his head snap back. So those 1 or 2 yards right there really were costly yards.
We approach 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, 21-7 Lowell. That old leather helmet has been sitting at Crown Point High School for a while, and the Red Devils want it back. 2nd and 8. That's James Wright taking the direct snap, and we have flags prior to snapping the football.
Delay a game?
Delay a game on the offense. That'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that's actually, unless I forgot to write something down, the first penalty that I have for Lowell tonight accepted by the Bulldogs.
I can't remember one.
There was one earlier that I think they declined, but that's the first one that's been against Lowell this evening. So that backs them up into their own territory to the 48-yard line, and it makes it 2nd and 13. They've been doing a nice job of getting positive yards. They want to keep that going.
Yes.
Direct snap to James. He's going to follow Giordano on the right side. He's across midfield. Brought down from behind, and the ball's loose. Now will they say he's down? It looks like the whistles. The officials are saying they are.
The ball came out, and it looks like Lowell came up with the ball. I couldn't see the number of the person that came up with the ball.
Now there's 75. Paxton Pittman on the turf, needing hamstring stretched out.
He's been sort of hobbling the last couple plays, backed it all. Now he has to come out because they did go on the field for him. But it looked like there was a fumble, and then Lowell recovered it because Ike James was about 4 or 5 yards, had a 4 or 5 yard gain. The whistle had not blown. The ball popped out, and then one of the linemen for Lowell happened to be in the right spot at the right time and laid right on top of it. So they got a big break right there.
James got to the Crown Point 48, give him a pickup of 4, which puts Lowell in a 3rd and 9 situation. At the Crown Point 48-yard line, 9.5 minutes to play in the 4th, 21-7 Red Devils.
You think they're going to pass here?
No, I don't actually. If maybe it was 3rd and 10, but not a 3rd and 9. They're going to put 2 receivers here to the wide side left, though, and then stack an I formation behind Hornickel. And we have a flag. Hornickel rolls to his left, fires across the middle of the field, has a man open, and it's incomplete.
And the receiver stopped halfway through the pattern. If he would have kept on running, he would have caught that ball in stride, but there was a flag before the play started. One of the wide receivers was not set and was not on the line of scrimmage when the ball was snapped. They had 2 receivers to the sideline that we were looking at, and they're calling an illegal procedure. The receiver tried to move up right at the last second. They declined the penalty. Now it's 4th down.
Jager Gill was the intended receiver. It's 4th down, and Lowell will punt it away with 9:08 to play.
And a nice shot by Hornickel. That if he was going to throw the ball, he threw it to where only his receiver was going to catch the ball. And they're going for it.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Wow. Hornickel came over, had a chat with the coaching staff, and here's the play they want to run on 4th and 9 from the Crown Point 48-yard line. 2 receivers here to the left side. And now a whistle and a timeout, Red Devils. That's their second here in the second half, so they have 1 remaining. 9:08 to play. Let's take 30 seconds. Be right back after this. You're listening to High School Football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Morris Baseball and Softball Center, a new baseball and softball development program in Northwest Indiana, provides instruction for aspiring athletes. The staff at Morris Baseball and Softball Center has over 95 years of combined professional experience, and they provide instruction which includes game-tested methods used by major league teams. Located inside Omni 41 in Schererville, Morris Baseball and Softball provides disciplined, well-organized practices and places players at highly competitive opportunities to achieve success. For more information on Morris Baseball and Softball, the phone number is 227-5250, and the website is morrisbaseballcenter.com.
You're listening to High School Sports on the Key 90.5 WRTW.
You're listening to Chevy Game Night on the Region Sports Network, presented by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, the best-selling brand in Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. Number 1. So a change of thought here by the Red Devils as they're going to punt it away. Going deep, Akiwa for Crown Point. CP could use a big run back by Artie right now, and we have seen him do it.
Yeah, I think right now the concern is the protection for the punter.
Yeah, he's had 1 blocked and 1 nearly blocked already in this game. But he's got a nice clear path to get this kickoff. Hits the turf at the 15, rolls inside the 10-yard line, and Crown Point is backed up deep into their own territory. Looks like the 8 is where they will take over with 8:59 left.
Crown Point's got to really pick up the pace here. They need 2 scores, 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. So they've got to pick up the pace offensively, start getting plays in big chunks. So, I mean, they've got to start throwing the ball. I mean, how many times have we said that tonight?
They have only thrown the ball 10 times, completing only 4, and 2 of them were for negative yardage.
Jeez.
Let's see who's back there at quarterback right now. Link is back into the game.
He's more of the throwing quarterback.
Mm-hmm. They've got Martin in a slot. They're going to put him in motion and send him to the short side left. Link's going to hand off to Muhammad, who's going to try to go up the middle and get to the 10. So he's going to pick up 2, second down.
I'm baffled by the play calling on the Crown Point sideline. I mean, you got a quarterback in there. You've got to start throwing the ball. I mean, I know he's only a junior, but might as well teach him under fire, and it's a non-conference game, so you might as well start working with him right now.
8.5 minutes, and the clock's running, and now we're going to stop the clock.
There was a player that ran off the field with a leg cramp, and they only had, I think it's a Lowell timeout. Is that their last timeout? Oh, is there an injury?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't see anybody.
I'm right by the ball, right over the ball. Right.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so it's an injury timeout. That's
number 6
that's
for
Jesovich.
Yeah, he was on the sidelines for quite a bit of time, getting his legs stretched and trying to rehydrate. Re-entered the game, and now he's coming back out.
Once you start getting them Charlie horses, basically, man, it takes days for that pain to go away.
Yeah. Everybody on both teams better eat a lot of bananas tonight. Get that potassium back in the system.
So now we are ready to begin play again. Grayson Link at the quarterback spot with Muhammad to his right. One-step drop, takes a quick look left, ball batted in the air, it's incomplete.
Looks like a misread by either the receiver or the quarterback, because the receiver was running a quick slant and the quarterback threw the hitch, and it bounced right off a Lowell Red Devil.
Jared Soika, 22, from his linebacker position.
Yeah, it bounced right off his hand. That's probably why he's playing defense.
I can't have that happen in wide receiver.
No. But yes, I mean, that's just a poor read between the quarterback and his receiver.
3rd down and 9. Link running. He's in the end zone. He's able to get away from one defender, but he's going to get tackled by a host of Devils at the 11-yard line.
Looks like they had a defensive meeting right there where the quarterback was. And then now we have another player down.
So for Link, it'll be a 1-yard pickup.
Another player down, and looks like...
Well, it's not speculative. No. You can't get a number. It's a cramp issue once again. That's unbelievable how the first half went so clean without problems, and every play somebody's going down with cramping issues now.
And like you said, it was what you said about 5 or 10 minutes ago. The temperature was what,
75? I think that's 75, 76.
So it's not oppressively hot down here.
They want the clock put back to 8:04. That's 34, Justin Thomas. That will now come over and get that cramp stretched out and rubbed out. Side James that's stepping back to take this punt this time as Akiwa stands in his end zone. 8:04 left to play. Lowell 21, Crown Point 7. Seems like we haven't played very much time off the clock since I said that score last, but it feels like it's been a long time since I said that score. So here is the snap. It's low. Akiwa had to pick it. He had his knee down.
Yeah, that's what
they're fortunate that it wasn't a safety when he picked that ball up. Punt, going to roll out of bounds just beyond the 45-yard line. Lowell to take over 1st and 10. We'll call it their own 45.
Coach Kilmer out there on the numbers having a little discussion with the head official. The head official's giving him like it's 4th down and inches. He's saying his knee was off the ground by just an inch.
Okay. Well, he's there. We're not. But to you and I, it was close enough where I can see where Coach Kilmer thought the knee was down when he picked it up. Lowell with great field position. 1st and 10 at the Crown Point 45. They lead it 21-7 to the Red Devils.
They're trying to figure out who's. Now they got it straightened out. A little trying to figure out who is coming out for the offensive line. So many players with cramps right now.
I think the coaches are just turning back and going, whose legs still work? Hornickle under center. James with the handoff. Off the left side, gets to the 41. Pick up a 4, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, Ike James, this is his time right now. Yeah, it looked like it was for Crown Point, number 56 on the tackle. And that's Emus King on the tackle from the defensive line position.
So 2nd down. 2nd and 6, 7.5 minutes as the clock continues to run. As the Red Devil fans start chanting RDP.
They let that play clock run down to under 5.
And they need to get the ball snapped before they're called for delay of game. They do. They managed to get it at 1. Direct snap. Well, it was Hornickle from the shotgun, and he takes it. And he takes it across the 40 to 35 and down to the 33-yard line. And that is going to be a Red Devil 1st down on the 8-yard pickup.
And a nice job by Hornickle right there. He started over to left tackle, bobbed and weaved his way all the way back to the other side, and then was able to pick up the 1st down. He made like 5 different moves on just a small gain.
So 7 minutes exactly to play. 21-7.
Well, we got some awards to give out after the game, right, Jerry?
We do. We have the Corral Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. That's from our good friends at the Corral Companies. They have offices open from 9 to 9, Monday through Friday, and Saturdays until 2 in Highland, Maryville, Michigan City. And the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game, Berry Brothers on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond. And that was Ike James.
Ike James.
31.
Yep, just pull the right guard, lead up into the hole. Ike James foul along and picks up 2 yards as the clock continues to run.
6:17 left to play. 21 Lowell, 7 Crown Point. And yes, that was a different way to say it. It's not even comfortable, but I'm just tired of saying it the same way I was. So, it's trying something new on this opening night. James, the direct snap, left side, down a nice hole, down near the 25-yard line. They're going to say the 26, which will make it 3rd down?
Yes, sir.
3rd and about 2.
Yeah, big play right here. Crown Point defense needs a stop. You know that right now at this point in the game, though, Lowell is in 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah, especially the field position. They're down to 5.5 minutes. You just get the feeling that, barring something unforeseen, something that really does a jump start to Crown Point, that Lowell's going to end up walking away with this one.
Yeah. Lowell defense has been dominant since the beginning of the 2nd quarter.
Hand off James, and that's going to be a 1st down inside the 20 to the 19. He would not go down.
It took 2 Bulldogs to pull him down, and he was still fighting for yards. And like I said, Ike James just gets stronger as the game goes on. And did you notice, Jerry, his feet did not stop moving until he was thrown to the ground. Ike James just has a great natural forward lean. When you try to come up and tackle him, you're getting a shoulder pad and a helmet coming at you, and boy, he is just tough to bring down.
5 minutes left. 21-7 Lowell. 1st and 10 Devils from the Crown Point 19. Hornickle going to work from the shotgun this time. And he's watching the play clock and letting it go down. Now he sets his team, and here we go. And he's just going to keep, and he's going to cut it back right after finding some room up the middle, and he's going to get to the 15-yard line. Give him a pickup of 4, 2nd and 6, and the clock continues to roll.
And you notice right now in the game that it's taking the second, third Bulldog to make the tackle. The first initial hit, the Bulldogs are bouncing off the running back, quarterback, whoever's carrying the ball, and it's taking the second, third guy to make that tackle. And that's just not the way the Bulldogs were playing in the first half.
Timeout, Crown Point, with 4:34 remaining. That's their second timeout, at least according to what I have here. Don't forget to stay tuned after we are done, as it's the Region Football Wrap-Up on the Region Sports Network. The crew back at the RSN studio will give you all the scores from tonight's games across Northwest Indiana. That'll be on the air until 10, the Region Football Wrap-Up right here on the Region Sports Network. Nathan Laird and the boys let you know what's happening around Northwest Indiana.
Having a little fun in the studio.
Absolutely. And hopefully not eating all the pizza.
They'll probably be long gone by the time we get back.
Yeah, we got a little bit of a drive, don't we? I like coming out here, though.
Yes.
This is a fun place to come and do football.
And, you always got the nice crowd. There's always a lot of energy going on in the stands. It's a great atmosphere.
I'll tell you what impresses me, though, look across the way at the white. Look at the size of the student body that came over here from Crown Point tonight.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. So here's Hornickel under center. The handoff. There's a flag. James gets inside the 10. But that's going to come back on a procedure call.
Illegal shift, I think, is what he's signaling to the Crown Point sideline. Yep.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
I think that's about the only thing that has slowed Lowell down in this quarter.
Yeah, both of their penalties have come in this quarter, so they'll back the football up to the 20-yard line.
Now, Coach Kilmer can't be too upset of only 2 penalties in the first game.
Yeah, that's pretty clean football.
Now, the fumbles and block punt, that's a different story.
But did you notice that all came in the opening quarter?
Yeah.
They've played clean since that quarter.
Yes,
it was almost like the opening night jitters kind of got to them.
Yeah. Exactly.
So for Coach Kilmer, you've got to be pleased that they got themselves together and that stuff stopped. There's a handoff. About a yard for Ike James.
Yeah, Ike James off the right side, trying to just bull his way for some more yards and some more clock burning.
Picks up 1 there. He now has 85 yards on 23 carries. Remember, he had 2 yards at 8. He's had some big numbers since then. And he's had 7 carries just in this fourth quarter.
Wow.
Workhorse. Only 2 carries in the third. Down to 3.5 minutes. 21-7 Lowell. Hornickel, nobody there, so he's going to bring it to the left side. Good stiff arm. Allowed him to get a couple of yards to the 17.
Nice job, though, of hanging on by number 4, Cameron Watson, from his outside linebacker position. If he's able to get that stiff arm out there and shed that one defensive player, then he may turn that one up the sidelines for a touchdown. So nice job by Cameron Watson to hang on for dear life right there.
We're going to try a field goal, will the Red Devils.
It's always good to practice that in game situations.
Robbie Smetana. Well, we're going to get a timeout.
If his field goals are anything like his kickoff, then let's see, where are they going to line up the ball? They'll line it up at the 25, so a 35-yard field goal.
Yep.
He should have no problem. There is absolutely no wind right now, so he should have no issues with the wind. He's kicking it. He'll be kicking it from the left hash.
So football at the 18-yard line.
Have to draw it in a little bit like my iron shots when I approach the green.
Mm-hmm. I don't believe it, but I'll take your word for it since I've never played golf with you.
If you believe that, I got some swampland in Florida, I could tell you.
Now that I won't buy. You got me on the golf one before you'll get me with the swampland. This will be a 25-yard attempt, as Jay said, from the left hash.
35, but he's lining up on 25.
Right. Yep. That's why you're the math teacher. Ryan Bottas on the hold. Snap's good, holds good. Here's the boot. High, far, flag, no good to the right. Had the distance,
yes,
but
he did.
It's off to the right. But we have a flag. Hold on, everybody.
It looked like one of the Crown Point guys jumped on one of the players' back and tried to block the field goal.
And Lowell's happy, so
I'm just going to say I don't know how they would signal that, but it looked like one of the guys from Crown Point got a running start, stepped on one of his own players, and tried to jump up and block the field goal.
That's a no-no.
Yeah. I don't know how you would call that or what the signal would be. Personal foul.
It's the Bulldogs. Where the ball's at, that'll be half the distance.
Or he might have made contact with the center, and that's another no-no.
So it'll be a first down for Lowell. The football should be down around the 19-yard line. So you're inside the 20, and it's a big, and it's a major, so it can't be. So all the yards can't come off.
It's on the 9-yard line.
Actually, that's the first penalty I have marked down on my sheet for Crown Point tonight. I know, again, Lowell declined a couple.
Right.
There have been some calls made, but there has been declining of penalties by both sides. So this gives Lowell new life, and it gives them a first and goal from the 9-yard line with 3:18 to play. They're up 21-7. James, nice little stutter move, allows him to find a hole and pick up 3 to the 6.
And Ike James is plowing his way straight ahead. He had both hands on the ball, securing it, making sure no fumbles late in the game.
So then make it the 7-yard line, so it'll be second down and goal from the 7. Clock down to 2:45. Crown Point side is clearing out. Lowell fans ready to celebrate. They're going to get a win over CP in the season opener. Handoff, James hit right away, gets to the 5. Third and goal.
Yeah, nice job right there. Looked like number 54, Caden Watson from the linebacker position, middle linebacker position, blitzing right in there, hit Ike James in the backfield.
So third and goal from the 6 as we approach 2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes, 21-7 Lowell over Crown Point.
Sound like the guy at the NBA games. They always announce the 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
2 minutes.
I'll do the hockey game at the 1 minute, okay? Hornickel, handoff up the middle.
Look like number 6, that is
Jusovic.
And he's back from crawling off the field twice, and he's back down.
2-yard line. Give Jusovic pick up a 3.
That I don't understand. He's come off the field twice with leg cramps. They put him back on the field. He gets the ball, and he goes right back down.
1:37 remaining. On the break after the ball game, we'll talk it over, but I think there's 2 specific people for our awards tonight.
Oh, definitely.
We just got to figure out who's getting what. At the conclusion of the game, the awards I'm talking about, the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field as the Crowell Companies. And the Berry Brothers Blue Collar Player of the Game. That's underwritten by our friends at Berry Brothers, a blue-collar store for the blue-collar worker. And then when Jay and I are done, we're going to turn it over to Nathan and the boys back at the studio for the Region Football Wrap-Up on the Region Sports Network. All the scores from tonight's opening night of action across Northwest Indiana, that will air until 10 p.m.
They're going to have to do a quick wrap-up. Or I should say, we're going to have to do a quick.
We're going to have to do it fairly.
They're not going to have much time. By the time they get Jusovic off the field, they're not going to have much time.
And it's 9:25.
Yeah.
And they kind of would like the media to wrap things up here. I was noticing on the folder I was given
30 minutes after.
They said 30 minutes after, all lights are out.
And clean up your mess.
And clean up your mess. Well, that's never a problem.
Yeah,
I always do that.
We do.
I mean, we're grown adults. No one should have to tell grown adults to clean up after themselves.
For both teams, it's definitely going to be a pool in the pool day tomorrow, trying to stretch out those legs, rehydrate, all that kind of stuff going on tomorrow.
do want to say, though, that Patty McCormick and Mike Magley,
yes,
the AD and assistant AD here, do a great job. They supply dinner and drinks and such for media, folks like you that have to come from one job to another. Well, I do the same thing.
Yes.
So they do a wonderful job. Like I said, it's always a fun time to come out here at Lowell and do some high school football. Great facility. After that upgrade,
with the new press
box is great.
The bleachers, I mean, they did an outstanding job fixing this place up.
So, under a minute and a half remaining. 4th and goal from the 2. Hornickel. Spravnik, and did he get in? No.
Wow.
Just outside the goal line, he was stopped.
Wow.
They have to give him a yard, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, they stopped him at the half-yard line.
So Crown Point will take over on downs with 1:13 remaining, and they'll have the football inside the 1.
Well, nice job of the Crown Point Bulldog defense having a little pride, stopping them on the 4th down play, only a yard or so away.
So, Lowell is going to start the year 1-0. They'll go to Portage next week to continue the season. Crown Point will fall to 0-1. They will go home for the next 2 weeks to take on Mishawaka and then open conference play against Maryville, and we have a timeout. Is that called by Lowell?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
They only had 10 guys on the field.
Okay. That's their final timeout.
I hope so.
Actually, Crown Point goes home. I mentioned that for the next 2 weeks, Mishawaka and Maryville. Lowell will be on the road for the next 2 weeks as they'll play at Portage and then at Kankakee Valley. Lowell will be back here at the Inferno on September 11th to take on Griffith. Crown Point will go to the road next on September 11th at Lake Central. Did you have a chance to see that facility? I'm sure you have. Which one? The Lake Central facility?
I have not been out to the football field. I've been in the gymnasium. It is outstanding.
Last Friday night, had a chance to go over there for the scrimmage between LC and Andre, and that facility is phenomenal.
Now, is it a good view from the press box?
It's a very high view from the press box. Bring your eagle eyes.
I noticed how high that thing is up there.
It is up there. The view's great, but it's up there. Pass, Link, nobody there, incomplete.
Does throw a nice spiral, though.
You know, it's one of those deals where when I say the view's great, there is not a thing about the football game that you're going to miss. I mean, you're going to see that thing as clear as day. The problem that a media person is going to have is picking out the numbers on the jersey because of the distance. But that's why they made binoculars.
No. That's why I got you as my partner.
Absolutely.
You got the binoculars?
Yep.
I may have to put my glasses on for that game.
You might have to. 2nd and 10 from the 1 for Crown Point. Pass, caught over on the far side, and that's going to be a first down. Nice juke move. And out of bounds at about the 16. Who was that caught the ball? That was Martin. Martin on the catch.
And right now, Crown Point, something they need to work on right now is they got to work on their passing game. You get some game time practice right now. Good time to work on, running some routes, throwing some passes, getting some live look right here.
Yep. Crown Point has only had 8 first downs in this game. Link to Martin, and he drops it. It's incomplete.
Wow. I mean, the quarterback is just staring down one receiver the whole way. He had number 5 for Crown Point. Who was that? McCormick running right down the middle of the field, wide open.
So, 2nd and 10. 57.2 clock stop left in the game. 21-7 Red Devils. Link drops. He's looking left. He's going to air it. Letting it go. He's looking for McCormick. McCormick couldn't get it.
Now, McCormick did a nice job right there, using his height at 6'6", tried to slow down and jump up and catch the ball at its highest point, but just was unable to control it as he came down.
That was actually Hornickel on the coverage, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
So 3rd and 10 for Crown Point from the 17-yard line with 50 seconds remaining. As Well, let's see this play here. 3rd and 10. Link drops, couple steps, fires, catch made on the far side, and a first down.
All right,
at least close to the first down.
He's going to be short of the first down.
Catch there was at 83.
That's right at the marker. And they're
Mark Knox on the catch.
Yep, they got it 4th down and looks like less than a yard.
Where's the football at? What's the yard line?
It is 31-yard line.
26.
Oh, I'm sorry, 26-yard line.
9 yards on that pickup. And Link back to throw, looks for Martin, catch is made, and that'll be a first down because the catch is made at the 28.
It looks like enough for a first down. It looks like they're marking it at the 29-yard line. Oh, okay, 28. One guy's marking it one place. Guys are all over the place out there.
We're at the bottom of the hour. You're listening to Region Sports Network coverage of high school football on the Key, 90.5 FM, WRTW Crown Point, WRTK Paxton, Illinois, and streaming worldwide on the internet at regionsports.com. The clock is running, half a minute to play. Lowell's going to win. The old leather helmet, they have a 21-7 lead. Link back to throw, hit as he lets the ball go. Incomplete, and we have a flag throw. But Cormick was there.
It looks like
Ben Sekulowski also on the coverage.
I don't know. It could be called either way because both guys were fighting for the ball. Quarterback got hit pretty hard right as he was letting go of the ball.
And they're going to call defensive pass interference, as you can tell from the groaning of the crowd.
But I think, you can call that one either way. They're both hand fighting, going for the ball, so
football's out to
Coach Kilmer discussing it vehemently with the official on the sideline that made the call right by him.
15-yard penalty, first down Crown Point, 20 seconds remaining. Link putting it up as a man open interception. Picked off, that's Hornickel. He's at midfield. 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, down at the 23. Give that old leather helmet to Lowell. The 109th meeting in this series is going to go to the Red Devils.
Nice job of coming up. His defensive back coverage was deep, and as soon as he put that ball up in the air, Link's got to realize that when you're this far behind, the defensive backs are going to sit and bait you into throwing those long passes. The receiver was open when he let go of the ball, but he put too much air in it. He had to throw it on a line, and that defensive back playing like it was a punt, ran up, caught the ball. Nice return. It's victory formation for the Lowell Red Devils.
Absolutely. Hornickel takes it, takes a knee, give him a loss of a couple, but give them a victory on the scoreboard. The Lowell Red Devils win their season opener tonight. They beat Crown Point by a final of 21-7. Back at the post game after this. You're listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois. Your local Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are proud to be contributing members of the community here in Northwest Indiana. Your local Chevy dealers also pride themselves on their commitment to help you find a vehicle of your choice at a Chevy dealer near you. Our website is ChevyDriveChicago.com. Once again, that's ChevyDriveChicago.com. We look forward to serving you. Chevy runs deep.
At the Crowell Companies, our customers are more than just numbers on a ledger or anonymous people who sign up online. Our customers are the families we see at the ball fields, the grocery store, and all around the community. That's because for nearly 50 years, the Crowell Companies have been part of the community right here in Northwest Indiana, offering personalized custom services that only a local company can provide. For home, auto, and business insurance, it's the Crowell Companies, 923-2131. And online at crowellinsurance.com. The Crowell Companies, home of the insurance superheroes. Herm and Chris Hoagie, broker-owners of RE/MAX Realty Associates in Munster, are award-winning realtors with over 30 years of experience. Their team of over 35 agents is ready to help with any and all real estate needs in Lake and Porter counties, as well as the southeast Chicago suburbs. They can be found on the web at regionhomes.com. Herm and Chris Hoagie are proud to underwrite the Herm Hoagie Halftime Report during tonight's game.
For people in the Crown Point area, Wittenberg Village is a growing not-for-profit continuing care retirement community. Wittenberg Village offers short-term rehab and recovery needs. Rehabilitation services include physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Wittenberg Village features private rooms with private baths, spas, menu-driven dining, and a highly trained staff. When in need of rehabilitation or skilled nursing care, the number to Wittenberg Village is 663-3860, and the website is wittenbergvillage.org.
Sports in the region are about tradition, and since 1946, Berry Brothers in Hammond has built a tradition of quality and service. With a professionally trained sales staff, Berry Brothers offers a selection of quality American-made work boots, safety shoes, and apparel. Located on Indianapolis Boulevard, a half-mile north of Interstate 94, Berry Brothers is devoted to providing exceptional service to ensure the satisfaction of every customer. Berry Brothers is open 7 days a week, and gift certificates are available. The website is berrybros.com.
You're listening to High School Sports on the Key 90.5 WRTW.
Along with Jay Simmons, Jerry Siska back with you here at the Inferno at Lowell High School. You're listening to Chevy Game Night on the Regions Sports Network, presented by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. Lowell wins the old leather helmet. The 109th meeting goes to the Devils by a final of 21-7. Let's give out our awards for tonight's ball game. We will start with the blue-collar player of the game, which is underwritten by Berry Brothers. Berry Brothers, a blue-collar store for the blue-collar worker.
And that has definitely got to go to Ike James. 25 carries, 89 yards, 53 of them in the second half. Got off to a slow start. 8 carries in the first quarter, only 2 yards. And as we talked about throughout the game, he only gets better as the game goes along, and he really pounded out the second half against that Crown Point defense. He looked really good, like I said, Jerry, in the second half.
So Ike James, that's your Berry Brothers blue-collar player of the game. Underwritten by Berry Brothers, located 1/2 mile north of I-8094 on Indianapolis Boulevard in Hammond. Time to name the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Company's proud to recognize the superheroes on the football field.
And that goes to Jordan Jusevich. 3 carries, 51 yards, a TD, 1 catch, 18 yards, and another touchdown. Boy, what a nice job by the young man who really gutted it out, second half especially. He had some cramping issues, came in and out of the game 3 different times, but still had a great night both offensively and defensively.
We still want to recognize as well Darian Hornickel, 13 carries for 39 yards, and he had 2 interceptions in this one, and also throwing the football 4 of 7 for 47 yards and a touchdown. But to Jordan Jusevich, congratulations, you're the Crowell Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. Crowell Companies, they have offices open from 9 to 9 Monday through Friday and Saturday until 2. They're in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City. Lowell with the win, 21-7, and wins the opener. They're 1-0. They'll be at Portage next week. Crown Point dropping the opener for the first time in a while to these Devils. They're 0-1, and they will go home to play Mishawaka next Friday night. Region Sports Network coverage of high school football at 90.5 FM, WRTW, and on the internet at regionsports.com is underwritten by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers, the Crowell Companies, Berry Brothers, Strachan Van Til, McShane's, Christensen Chevrolet in Highland, Tech Credit Union, Langle's Pizza in Highland, the concussion clinics at Community Hospital in Munster and St. Mary Medical Center in Hobart, Herman Chris Hoagie of RE/MAX Realty in Munster, United Federal Credit Union, Randall K. Miss Accounting Group, Morris Baseball and Softball Center, State Farm Agents Bob Reese in Crown Point and Rich Allenbaugh in Highland, Buffalo Wild Wings, Man Cave Barbers, For You Construction, Wittenberg Village, Bellish Jewelers, and Misprint in Munster and Hammond. Credits to roll before we get out of here. The management team of the Region Sports Network, the executive producer is Chris Ramirez, our chief engineer is Mike Bonaventura, and our coordinating producer is Nathan Laird. Our game producer this evening, Nick Russ. Great job as always, Nick. WRTW, the program director, Jody McManus. Some special thanks goes out to the athletic director here at Lowell High School, Patty McCormick, and to the assistant AD, Mike Magley, for all of their help. We also want to say thanks to Kevin Everett from Crown Point and Keith Kilmer from Lowell for all their help in getting the things that we requested to prepare for tonight's ball game. And finally, of course, we want to thank you, the listeners of 90.5 FM, WRTW, and RegionSports.com for spending some of your Friday night with us, enjoying high school football right here on the Region Sports Network. Don't go anywhere. The Region Football Wrap-Up coming your way. The crew back at the studio will tell you what's going on all around Northwest Indiana this evening. That'll be on until 10. We can tell you here the final score: the Lowell Red Devils 21, Crown Point Bulldogs 7. We are underway, dude. It should be a fun season.
Yes, yes, it is. And, hey, we hit the ground running. Great game tonight. Can't wait to see what we're up to next week.
Yep, we'll find out, and you can find out too. Hey, go on there all the time. RegionSports.com, all kinds of great stuff, message boards. You'll have a blast. Get on there, RegionSports.com. Jay, have a good week, and I'll see you next week. Final score for the final time: the Lowell Red Devils 21, Crown Point Bulldogs 7. Region Football Wrap-Up coming your way next. You've been listening to high school football right here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
You're listening to the Region Sports Network on WRTW Crown Point and WRTK Paxton, Illinois.
Hey, it's Tara for Christensen Chevy. Christensen Chevrolet is a local family-owned and operated Chevrolet dealership celebrating over 60 years in the community, serving all of Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland. If you stop in, you can see why families and businesses have put their trust in us for generations. At Christensen, we have an enormous inventory of new Chevys with all of your favorite models in stock, ready for immediate delivery, because that's the Christensen way. We're Christensen Chevrolet, proud sponsor of our great local high school athletic programs on Indy Boulevard in Highland, or visit ChristensenChevy.com.